Sort of rescued Raxis. Last time, well, if someone doesn't have advantage, or doesn't have inspiration, they can pipe up and give a recap if you want.
The party did things. We were contacted by a noble kobold and his entourage who visited us squad people and asked us to do a job that does not need doing because he has no problems. So that is why the party is currently in the sewers.
And Zarzil was just about to put his hands on a filthy door. But, you know,
Yep.
you've had a week to think about it. Are the rest of you up to anything in this horrible, dank, filthy place?
Rena is making sure that Pufflesworth does not try to dive into the water after any rats.
Oh, he's been brought with us.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
everyone's here.
Guess I brought Droop.
Glorious. Well, Droop is useful.
In quotation mark, I feel like there was a hang in there.
No, I really wanted to select the right word without being too harsh, but then I remembered it's Pufflesworth. Plus,
Okay,
Droop did help us get over the pool, didn't he? I remember we rode Tensor's Disc, but I'm pretty sure... No, Droop had some suggestions, though.
Droop made the boat and then got some of the stuff across.
Yeah, there we go.
Zazzle's going to look down the waterways first to make sure there's nothing hiding down there.
What you see to the left is a fairly decent run of filthy water, and then a grate and a cistern. With no indication of how deep it is, and it seems like the water is running towards it. To the right,
Okay.
still open water, along with possible more roots, more iron gratings.
Signs of another rat. Okay. I'm going to investigate the solid, I'm hoping solid looking door in front. I'll see if there's a keyhole or something to look through.
Alright. Well, I can tell you immediately, you can roll investigate, but straight away there is no keyhole. It is a solid metal panel. Quite corroded in some areas. With a lot of little scratch marks that look familiar to kobold claws and rat claws.
Okay, so it looks like it's been opened a few times. So
Yeah, you got a feeling this is not a new installation.
okay. Being the obvious person who should be opening doors, Zazzle is first going to listen at the door to see if he can hear anything besides running water.
Give me a perception.
Nice.
Very good. You can hear mostly water. You can hear some scurrying. There is quite faintly in the distance to the north what you think might be a clink of metal hitting stone.
Okay.
And then as you keep your ears peeled, adjusting a bit, you do hear a sort of very light scuffling around this sort of area.
A sort of rat type scuffling sound.
It sounds small.
Yeah, probably rat. Okay. I head back to the party quickly and ask, shall we go on through this?
If we do, I have a plan.
Oh wait, I should point out you don't hear running water directly north of you, behind the door.
Okay. What is this plan?
I'm going to create a minor illusion in front of the door displaying a brick wall. So when you open the door, you can see through it. But whatever's in there can't.
Slight change in plan. Can you make it look like the door? They don't know the door's been opened if they look this.
That depends on what. Do you know which way the hinges on the door are?
I'm going to check the door and look at the hinges.
Because
Yep.
if the door opens inward, that's kind of gonna.
Yeah, it's a push from where you are because it would be a bad idea to have it be a pull on this narrow bridge.
Okay.
Like, that doesn't work very well, but I mean, if you do put it in a bit, it's at least better than nothing. Because a brick wall is obvious.
Yeah, let's go with the door idea. Even if it's slightly out of place, it's still better than something odd.
All right.
Okay.
So you're going to replicate the door.
Yep.
All right.
I'm going to prepare to breach the door.
Well, maybe we should position ourselves more so we don't all just stand in one row.
Oh no, it's not like someone would have lightning bolt or anything here.
Now, the problem is we don't have a lot of room to spread out either.
Yeah. Unless we want to
Okay.
go in filth water.
We're not going to be able to spread out, but at least if we all move up, it'll be easier to get through the door.
Okay.
How far?
I examined the. What's the latch on the door like?
Well, as I said, the latch is up, and it's just push.
Okay.
Out of curiosity, how far is there in between this part and this part?
About 10 feet.
I was just wondering if it might be wise to maybe go around a little bit. Actually, Rank, you still have your Raven. You're familiar?
Yeah, I mean,
What did you want with my familiar?
Can it fly around in here?
You
Check around
could,
the
yeah.
corner here? Yeah. See if there is take a look up some of the waterways to see if
Yeah,
there's something
little
around.
scouting.
Okay. Can I have the token? Oh, there he is. Thank you. Oh, can I control his token?
Hi, Burb.
Yay, there we go. Alright. So I'd probably send them up here first.
alrighty, hang on.
Well,
Well then.
Oh. Hi, friends.
As the bird whittles past to find two bandits perfectly pressed up against the walls with sheets and all pulled up. But, you know, they can't really hide against just being seen.
First roll is always the worst.
oof.
But I'm afraid one of them is going to get a surprise attack. Ooh, no, don't get rid of a fucking tech box. They were primed for trouble since they've been listening to you guys the whole time. Fuck, where the hell is it? Goodbye, Fenord. Does a 16 hit?
Let me check. Sorry, everybody walked out the house. So now I can
Pretty
find the
sure it
video.
hits.
I'm pretty sure it hits, yeah. Yeah, they-
Fenord is gone. in a puff
Yes,
of
the Nord is
feathers.
gone.
Ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba.
Alright, Rena. You saw a crossbow bolt zoom out from this direction. And your familiar is now gone.
Well, bugger.
Squawk.
Let's see what I've got. I can't move the thunder wave anywhere. Bugger.
Nope, you can only choose where to put yourself on one of its sides.
So out of curiosity, is this area is really dark, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Or is it-
Yeah, there is no lighting whatsoever.
Okay, so apparently these guys have dark vision. Great.
Quite a few races do.
Mm-hmm.
Can I ready a ray of frost for whoever pops out around the corner?
Yeah, sure.
That's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to announce that there's 2 people behind the wall. Assuming that I saw because my familiar saw.
Well, technically you wouldn't, actually. Because you weren't
Oh.
using their senses. But I mean, the party heard the twang and the bird death.
Okay, well then I'll say somebody's behind the wall.
Yeah. Alright, first bandit's up. He is going to slink round here and peek round. And then, let's see here. Technically, he's still got surprise. And he's going to quickly just shoot at the first one he can hit. Which is going to be the goblin. That's a clear hit on Droop. But barely any damage. But there is just an almighty... as this bolt sears through the air and grazes him. He's lost some of his, his resilience against damage. It's been a while since his main beatings.
Alright, so then... Is that enough for me to... I have
Yeah,
line of sight on him, right?
Yep, although he does have half cover.
Oh, that's alright.
Yep, that's still a hit.
Woohoo!
As you flick out a little sprinkling of frost through the air. Chills him, but he's still got enough to move back. Siegfried.
Right. I'm just going to ready my crossbow in case one of them sticks his head out enough for me to shoot.
Alright then. Cornelius.
Well, I can't see shit, so I'm gonna have to cast out some dancing lights to kind of spread around the area. So that I can see the battlefield. So I'm gonna put out the 6 lights in a kind of spread out pattern.
Alrighty.
And what spells can I ask Droop to do?
Well, you can ask him. He's currently got Sheep and Tasha's Hideous Slaughter.
I'll Tasha's Hideous Slaughter. It has to be line of sight, right?
Yep.
But Sheep is an area effect spell, right?
Mm-hmm. He also has your Wand of Magic Missiles.
True, but that's also line of sight. Actually, I'm gonna move it down here. Gonna drag him with me and go, Drew, use the wand. Get revenge.
He just holds it out, closes his eyes. Not bad, not bad. 10 damage. As he is pressed against the wall. There's no real... You don't remember having any recoil or such issues with wand. You know, you just flicked it out and out came the flickering bolts. His case, though, it seems like there's a real pressure as he just tries to zoom these things out. And yeah, the bandit's hit pretty hard. He's looking a bit low.
Then we're gonna ask him to find some cover. If he's got the movement for it.
He's still got a little bit. Let's see here. Although, you know, cover's subjective, so he takes a deep breath. Sploosh. And does his best to hide.
It works.
Which isn't bad.
Yeah. Although, yeah.
He knows how to prestidigitate.
Now, before we get to Zarzul's turn, Kobold, you spot a bit of moving water to your left. A little bit of disruption in the surface.
Okay. I'm gonna have to have a look at that and see. Can I? Is there any way I could maybe roll perception to see if I can tell what's coming from our left?
It actually looked like it was going away from you. It was a small little flicker of movement here. And then seemed to go around the corner to the north.
Just in that intersection there.
Yeah, just a very small bit of movement.
Okay. At the moment, I'm just going to hold on to that bit of information till after the fight. But it did it look like, was it a bit, like person-sized movement or small?
It looked larger than a rodent.
Okay. Okay. I think I'm just going to have to ready a bow shot for any target that pops out in view at this point.
You're pretty
Oh, what the hell,
unadventurous.
no, I'm going to do something. I'm going to do something entirely stupid. I'm going to run and jump over here.
Okay, you do it.
All right.
Okay.
Oh. I
Yeah.
thought there'd be a roll.
No, it's only 10 feet.
I think I can get to there. And then ready a bow shot at anything that pops out in view.
Mm-hmm.
That's a wall there between me and what's around the corner, which I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's the one that actually shot something. So yes, I'd know about.
For those who speak Elvish, you hear this one call out, Resort C. And that's it.
Uh-oh.
Who doesn't speak Elvish? I'm curious.
Zazzle.
And then there is a small splash. And off I go to the private study so I can roll this.
Resort C fucking sucks.
Castalia,
Yes.
your turn.
And I'm going to saunter over here because I'm wearing my dancer's outfit, and thus I have to saunter.
It is required, yes.
And then, of course, Eldritch Blast. Get 2 of those at this level. 1, 2. I think he's gone.
Yeah. As those 2 bolts of dark energy smash into him, he's just thrown off his feet and face down into the sewer water. Floating there. Dead. Wolfgang.
Wolfgang.
Gonna go over here and have a look around.
Alright, roll me perception. You're not getting advantage of smell because of the obvious surroundings. And because it wouldn't actually make sense. Yeah, no sign of him.
Okay. That's about end of Wolfgang's turn then.
Alright, Rain, your turn's up.
And we can't electrocute water, right?
Now, sadly, the spells don't work like that. There are no
Also,
actually.
right now.
There are no.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, that too. But there are no established rules for electrocuting water.
Also, I don't think this water would be very conductive. It needs more salt for it to be conductive as well.
Jeez. Should I try casting clairvoyance just beyond the door, see what's over there? I can't do anything right now. I'm asking the group.
Meanwhile, I'm flipping to the spell to check on it.
It has to be either somewhere I've been or someplace obvious, like on the other side of a door.
I don't know. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm checking.
I mean, sure. Okay.
So that's-
You do not. Do you have the material component?
Pretty sure I did.
A focus
Because when
worth
I
at least
bought-
100 gold, or a jeweled horn for hearing, or a glass eye for seeing.
Yeah. I definitely have all that.
I don't think you do.
I'm pretty sure I do, because I went and I bought all of that stuff before. Because that's the spell that I had that was a cleric spell. That isn't a
Yeah, I know,
wizard
but
spell.
I
'Cause I
don't
bought
remember you
component.
buying a focus for 100 gold.
No. I bought the I bought other random components when we were at it. And it would have been the scene, because I don't care for hearing.
Yeah, but the point is, you need the focus as well.
Oh, you need both of them?
Yeah, you need the focus and then either a jeweled horn or a glass eye.
Oh, damn it. Never mind. Then nope, we're buggered on that. I thought it was one or the other. Okay.
Nah, it's one, and then you choose which sense you want. Or, get both. They're easy enough to pick up.
Ugh. Well, then I haven't the foggiest idea what I'm going to do. So I'm going to ask, do we want to just open the door?
Okay. This guy is tragically dead. Siegfried.
Right. I'm going.
Oh, also, I should point out, you can now hear water and feet to the north.
Oh no. I don't like the water part.
The feet are getting distant.
In that case, I'm going to do something entirely stupid. I'm going up here and opening the door.
Alright. Roll me a strength check. Well, athletics if you got it. It is jammed in there.
Wait. Oh.
You shove, there is a horrible grinding of metal against stone. It's pretty damn loud and echoing. It's moved a bit, but it's not open.
That sounds about right for me. See, that's
You can see a little bit in. And let's see. About there you go. But that's about it.
More water.
oh well. Oh, that's my.
Cornelius.
I am going to stick my hand into the water and drag Droop out.
He comes out like a drowned cat.
And if it's possible, can I move? Can I take him with me and move up to the ceiling?
You're just gonna hoist him? Okay. Sure, you pick him up by the nape. And just
Instead of
hold him as you
standing on the
clamber up on
ceiling.
the roof.
Yeah, basically just in case that water's coming, then I'm not getting flooded through as well.
It's not an abnormal amount of... It just sounds like, it's like the north has joined up with the rest of the flowing water. Is that your turn?
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep, what you doing, Zarzul?
Okay, Zazzle's moving to about there, taking a good look around to see if he can see where. Is that door up there closed or open?
Closed. All the doors you can see are closed. I just went to Cavalier on revealing area.
I'm going to try and see if I can see where the other guy might have gone.
Alright, perception.
Any tracks on the other side or anything like that?
Well, if you're going tracks, I'll give you a perception or survival, whichever one you want. There's many splotches of damp on here, but there's no human-sized tracks.
Maybe in the water still. Don't worry. I'm going to ready my bow in case something pops up.
Okay, then. Castalia.
Hmm. The 10-foot jump is just easy to make.
Yeah, no roll.
Going to go here and ready Eldritch Blasts if something hostile comes through the door. That'll be it.
Gotcha. Wolfgang.
Wolfgang is going to move down here and try and drag the body out of out of the water or whatever it is.
Yeah, easy enough, as he just catches onto the clothing, pulls him out.
I want to have a look at that and see if there's any markings on that person. I don't want it disappearing.
And with that... Yeah, I'd say we're out of initiative. You've got one dead bandit. And a
We
stiff
could
door.
Check him and then try the door.
Well, we have more doors we can check over this way as well.
True.
Just gonna.
Okay,
let-
Zazel's going to
let
go
me
through
down again.
this. Zazel's going to go through this guy's pockets and see if there's any marks or anything of interest.
All you find are his heavy crossbow, 18 bolts, 3 copper coins, 3 silver coins, and a dagger. As you take down the face mask and hood, he looks half-elven.
Does he look anything like the grey elves that we've come across?
Oh no.
outside of
Well, now he looks a bit closer to him, but you imagine this is a temporary shift of color that happened quite recently.
Okay. There's sort of
Everything
blood
about him looks
drained
pretty
from
healthy. You
freezing.
check the side of his head, there's no sign of branches or horns. You're guessing this was a normal person.
Okay, so we're probably just pissing off the Thieves Guild. This is good. We don't have to worry about it. Okay. I head back and let the rest of the party know this, and also mention that something disappeared to the north on our left side there. Don't know what it was, never saw it, just saw a bit of water. Do we want to sort of barge our way through this place as quickly as possible? And
I
see
think
if we can
that might
catch-
be wise. They know we're here.
Okay. Yeah, they know we're here. Through the iron door, or we could go up through the right door there.
Well, I guess we could try and see if some of the other doors are a bit more easier to open up. Especially if the one thing that passed through you, like, you just went in that direction.
Yeah. So up through the center there, which I'm not even sure is actually the center when we get right down to it. The left or the right door? They just get moving. Do I notice anything odd about these rats that are moving around?
Nope. I mean, they're calm around people, but they're reacting badly whenever the animals get close to them.
Okay. Just wondering. So they just look like normal rat movements. They're not.
Yeah, they're just
purposely moving in.
they're just rats,
Okay.
as far as you can tell.
Go. I'm going to roll nature to see if this is the normal thing of what rats would normally do.
By all means. Hey, consistency.
Yep.
I mean, it seems like they're a bit more used to people, but then, well, kobold cleaning crews probably come down here a lot.
Okay. I say we go up this one over here. Anyone have any disagreement with that?
Can I get help moving Puffle's wrist?
I
True.
guess someone could stand on the other side and can grab him.
Troop just dangling from the ceiling as Cornelius walks along it. Well, gee, looks like Siegfried's the only one over with Pufflesworth.
I was about to say.
Toss him
go ahead
here.
and- Oh, okay. There we go. Let's try this. What roll is that?
That'll be athletics for both of you. Or strength if you don't have it. He's a bit heavy.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go for strength.
Oh, wait. Actually, hold on. I still have my.
18.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was about to say I still have my disc going, so you could just use that as a stepping stone.
Oh,
We still got
Never
one
mind.
more. The problem is we still got one more time to do it.
Yeah, as you bundle him up and toss. He doesn't make a graceful arc, and he almost hits the water surface as Siegfried reaches out, knees struggling a bit, because, hey, you've never actually picked him up before. He's heavy. He's quite dense. But you manage to stop him from splashing in the water. And you now have a practically feral owlbear cub in your arms. This is a perfect situation to be in, Siegfried.
So I come down here and I jump across. And now I take Bubblesworth back.
Oh man, what if the owlbear you got from the forest wasn't Pufflesworth? Back when you wandered away.
It is.
Also, as you try to pull him away, give me a strength save.
Oh, there's a rat.
No, it's not that. He's trying to bite and hook himself onto Siegfried's beard. So give me a roll, Rena. Oh, 18.
I did.
Yeah, you managed to pull him away. A few strands are lost, but luckily they were spare ones. You're fine. One more toss.
Well, this time I've put out the disc, so it's only a 5-foot jump now.
Okay.
It's getting a bit crowded here.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd be sending him over, and then once they get out of the way, then I jump over.
The doors all pretty much look alike, although in various degrees of disrepair.
Okay, I'm gonna try and open this door.
You give it a shove, it's not giving immediately. You can feel it's definitely going to move, but might need a bit of force behind it.
I apply crowbar.
Well, give
Well,
me
before
enough.
you do that, maybe we check and see if some of the other doors are easier to open. Just in case.
Okay.
Just in case to see
Try-
this.
This one does look well oiled at the hinges. So you try that one.
Okay.
Which one are you trying?
Try the one to the right first.
It pushes open. It's still a bit of an issue, and you're thinking maybe it takes a whole squad of kobolds in order to push this open. But it opens up, and there's a small little runnel of water and a few stacks of cleaning supplies and brushes, along with a few bundles of just assorted rags. Not a great
Okay,
smell.
Okay, the room to the south then.
As you push that one open, you can see... Oh, hang on. Reveal areas, not hide them. You can see another door, and stairs leading upwards.
Is there any new footprints in there?
Give me a survival, although you don't see any human boot-sized ones.
Just having seen signs of somebody passing through in a hurry.
Yeah, there are some
Okay.
faint marks of kobold traffic.
Okay, kobolds only.
Mhm.
I'm looking for elves. I say we try the door to the north.
I figured we just check to see if there was anyone waiting in an ambush or something.
Okay, I quickly listen to the door just to see if there's any sound on the other side.
You hear running water. You hear
Okay.
the normal kind of little scuttling sounds, although smaller than a rat.
Okay, I'm going to have to try and force this door, I think. I am. I check the hinges and make sure I am opening it the right way.
You are. It's just,
Yeah.
it's stiff.
Ooh. Okay, I give it my all.
Yeah, you got advantage because of your crowbar.
That doesn't help.
You guys just watch as this little kobold, you know, the rest of you are all about, you know, between 5 and 6 foot tall. But you're watching the 3 foot tall kobold press and shove and push at this with his bar. And he's just sort of scraping his feet. That's about it. If only someone were to help him.
I'll move up
Little
and
help
help.
here.
I'll move up and help. I don't mind. Yeah, I'll do it.
Yep, strength athletics. It's moving a bit further, but man, it's quite rusted in the hinges. There's a lot of screeching and scraping. I mean, at least you made progress. Obviously, I mean, Zarzul obviously loosened it up for her.
Yeah,
I sigh and say,
I-
let me get up there.
Okay, I give Rain a quick bless on the way past.
Well, guidance.
There we go. It's athletics.
Yep. And a D4.
Oh yeah.
There you go. And it screeches open. I mean, once you get about past the halfway mark, it just sort of swings easily. That first bit, it took a lot of forcing. But it opens up into another chamber full of delightful sewer water. Full of all kinds of horrible shapes bobbing and ebbing in the water.
Oh, bye.
But also no doors.
This didn't help. We're gonna have to go the other way again.
Well, check and make sure you look all the way down the waterway.
Splish splash, you were taking a bath,
Not gonna
Zarzul.
help.
Hold on. Where is it? Oh, Cornelius, can we have floating light?
Yeah.
Because that could help.
And that's the extent of what you guys can see once he pushes his dancing lights out.
I think the other door is probably the smarter decision here.
There is a chamber beyond.
Yep. Let's find a way to get Pufflesworth back.
I mean, he's still got Tensor's disc,
Yeah.
which is weird whenever he was walking across the ceiling and all, it was just following behind. Troop wondering why Cornelius didn't put him on that instead. Let's see here.
Once again, apply crowbar to door. Or at least it's slightly open already.
Yeah, a
And
little bit
try
of
and
work's been
open
done.
this thing.
Go for it. It's advantage. There you go. It is a
Got
horrendous
leverage
noise.
this time.
Yeah. Unfortunately, unlike the other one, it did not become easier as you went along. It was still a chore the whole way through. And you wind up in yet another area of the delightful sewers, rich smells and scents filling your nostrils with every breath. It's a marvel that so many foul odors could combine and yet remain distinct. There are
hungry.
numerous footprints here.
Okay. Elven type footprints anywhere?
A lot of boots.
Okay.
Some a bit broader and flatter, some a bit thinner. Various assortment of boot sizes.
Heading off towards the north, mainly.
Yep.
Onwards.
But then, by this point, they vanish. You don't see them on the flagstones afterwards.
That would probably also be a good time to start looking for traps.
I'm gonna.
We have
Why
a
am I doing
month's
this?
worth for that.
Anything off towards our left? Back wide.
You don't see anything. No tracks either.
If there's no tracks,
Okay.
then
You
maybe
just
they
see
went
it.
into
I'm going to guess this way.
You just see a pillar of rushing water.
This is where I'm thinking.
What's down that way?
More rushing water coming towards you. A small island of a couple of skinny pillars. From what
So-
you can see.
This is where the footsteps lead.
Yep.
Well, unless there's the secret door or something.
I'm going to use my kobold knowledge of traps and stuff. I'm assuming that's ingrained just about.
No.
To see if I can find any secret passages or something.
I mean, yeah, you can search along the wall you're at for secret passages. And you start to lay hands on it, and my god, it's meant to be stone, but there's such a squishiness to it. There's a real sponge to the texture. So porous. You don't find shit. I mean, you find shit, but you don't find what you need. And as you bring your hands away, it feels like they've got a very slight coating on them.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess they probably walked through there.
Yeah.
No one said a bandit's life is a glamorous one.
Yeah. Is the water coming down from that area clean?
No. It's not coming at any great speed, so you got that going for you. It means you can see whatever's coming towards you at a methodical pace.
Yeah.
It's very grimy. It's not like you're seeing any particular objects in it, but there's no cleanliness here. This is not where it gets purified. This is where it gets funneled.
Okay.
I guess it's time for Cornelius to having to do the scouting for once.
Yes.
Unless Sasu really wants to swim in shit.
He's a ranger. He can do it easily. Difficult
Yeah,
terrain has
I'm
no
gonna
effect
have-
on him.
Yeah.
Do you want me to,
I'm gonna,
to take a look for
Uh,
you?
first off, I'm going to do something
Actually,
strange. I'm going to cast Detect Magic just so I can see if there's any wards or magic around that they might have used to disappear using.
As usual, the party light the fuck up.
Yep.
Your surroundings,
Anything
however, remain dim.
Okay. I got 10 minutes of magic sight. That might be useful anyway.
oh, actually, if I if I walk along the wall, you could probably stand on the desk and take a look. So I don't take the dancing lights with me. I can have the desk pushed forward for me, right?
I got one of these strange questions here,
The
Cornelius.
party doing everything they can not to put their foot in shitty water.
Okay, let's
Yes?
do this.
And yeah, you just sit
And
there
about
and float
here,
on
I
the disc.
assume the disc disappears because it's duration.
It's got
Yes, you're
it's
right.
still got about 50 minutes or so.
Yeah, not been here down for long. And I still have about so much time on my spider climb.
Yep. And then as you get closer here, you see a faint little speck if you detect magic on the wall there.
Hey,
A very small little round sort of glow. About fish shaped. It's quite close to the surface of the water.
what shape was it?
It's sort of round, sort of like a balled up fist.
Okay. I examine the shape. Is it something somebody's touched?
As
Does
you
it
reach for
obviously
it,
be
your
touched
fingers go right through.
Oh boy. Okay. Is it just an illusion over a hidey hole of some form?
Something rubs against your hand. It's quite fuzzy.
Fuzzy
Hello,
Wuzzy, what's
little-
up there?
Hello, little friend. I'm
There's a
assuming
few
it's
little
rat.
scratches against your hand, and a rat starts to climb out on your arm.
Aw.
As you reach further inside, you do find a heavy, feels metal, cold to the touch ring.
Okay, I pull that out.
It's on a chain, and as you pull, this area here widens out, showing a narrow passage. Big enough for single file movement.
Okay, I send Cornelius back. He's probably going to have to handle owlbear, and the rest of us are going to have to actually just deal with it.
Wolfgang doggy paddles getting horrendously sodden. It turns out there are things that smell worse than wet dog. It's wet dog in a mire of human filth.
Come on, you lazy bastards, let's get moving.
Okay. So, bloop. And then Pupplesworth goes with doot doot.
Siegfried just going neck deep, I suppose. Because as you guys, it starts out here, sort of knee deep, but it keeps getting deeper as you guys progress. Until you are having to tread water and paddle.
Man, am I happy right now that I had that fucking spider climb.
Droop
Yeah.
really wishes he prepared Spider Limb, yes. Castalia, as you set foot on the water, you remain on the surface.
Alright.
And you
Can you
find
take
you're
Droop
able
with
to
you?
walk across it.
Yep, I'll take Droop with me.
Droop jumps on your back. The moment you
I was
show an
gonna offer-
invitation.
Well, I wasn't going to offer to carry him in my arms, but sure.
No, he clings onto the backpack.
Alright.
So yeah, Siegfried, as you're watching your beard unfurl and spread across the surface of this filth,
Oh,
you look back to see Castalia just fucking walking. Rain, much the same as you feel your shifting dress, which is now like a Victorian swimsuit, just feel like it's absorbing everything it possibly can. You look back to see the tiefling, the devil, just walking on water.
Uh. Well, you see, you want to know the best part is I'm just going to look at everyone, and then I'm going to point to the square right next to me, and I'm going to freeze that water, and I'm just going to walk on that.
Yeah, you also have that ability.
Yeah.
It's a very water-themed costume.
Hey, I just realized
how
I could
much
do
water
this.
is frozen?
Well, the surface of it freezes. It's enough to
Yeah.
support someone.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
I'm gonna
I'm
just
knee deep in it. It's just frozen.
Your beard is
Well, I just
catching
realized
all
I could-
kinds of horrible shit. It's working like a whale's baleen right now.
Basically, because I'm going, hey, look what I just figured out I could do.
On 2 counts.
Yeah.
I was really looking
Oh.
forward to you guys leaping down a cistern or a well at some point without knowing that she could walk on water, because it was not going to be a conscious effort, and she'd fucking fall and die. Well, lose a lot of health falling damage-wise.
Actually, I didn't know I could walk on water.
I know.
That's the
But,
point.
The ice thing? Yeah, I
Yeah.
remembered I could do that.
Yep.
okay. I'm continuing down this path. I'm assuming heading down there.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, who's in water right now?
It's a very small little island, isn't it?
Yeah.
I scrambled up onto the island.
Well,
There's
which
2
of our-
pillars specifically to make less room.
Which of our people are on water right now? Or in water right now?
That'd be Siegfried and Wolfgang. Although he's getting onto the
Then
path.
I will go turn this water to ice, stand on it, and help them both up onto it.
It
and then move
it
on
takes a
twice.
lot of work to pull up Siegfried. There is so much water weight in him now.
I chop off the beard.
I could have pressed the digit. Okay. Droop still uses prestidigitate to make the beard nice, even though it's been chopped off. Ta-da!
So what's down this way?
It is a winding passage of bare stone. It's cleaner. Looks like there were a number of tracks as well. A few hand marks, some scuffs of weapons. And as you follow it along, it joins into a different sewer tunnel. This one looking a little more orderly. So let's just grab you. Yeah. Punch yourselves over to the right there, or I'll do it, I suppose. There we go.
Oh, quality has improved.
I don't know, I like the other map as well. Turns out it's
No, I
actually
like
kind of hard to find consistent sewer maps.
Where did Cornelius go?
He's underneath someone, probably Rain. Nope.
No.
No, he actually flew off down here.
Nope. Because I could see him, so where the fuck did he go? What'd you do with yourself, Cornelius?
I moved him over here, then you moved everyone over, and then I disappeared apparently.
Yeah,
Did he
weird.
overshoot? Is he off?
He must be off the edge. Oh well, hang on, I'll make you a new one. There we go.
Give me.
Huh, weird, it doesn't have control for you. There we go.
There we go.
Assuming everybody's staying away from Wolfgang and Tarzal at this
Well no, Droop will prestidigitate you too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless you feel more comfortable like this.
Is there any... Obviously, the other people coming through this way would be either able to walk on water as well. It's possible.
Or they just went through the shit.
Yeah, is there any tracks they left, basically, as well?
You found, like I said, the winding passageway was full of tracks, but that thinned out because the passageway itself was dry. And now that you're into another vigorous sewer tunnel filled with all kinds of different olfactory sensations, it seems like they were probably more careful. And you're not seeing a lot of evidence of anything, really. There's still the odd obvious kobold trail. There's a lot of junk and detritus built up on the sides.
Onward.
Zarzul, you suddenly get a feeling in the back of your head that they're definitely here. Your hunter senses are tingling. You've got a feeling they are in the center of all this.
Okay, nothing showing up on my magic vision.
Nope. But you've got a feeling there's
Yes.
something nearby.
I let the other people know by intricate, pre-thought out hand gestures that people are nearby. In other words, the Sazul fails wildly for a little bit.
Yeah, it's a great thing you guys never agreed on those.
Okay. Is this all solid area, or is the slightly greener, bluer area more sewer area?
Yeah, this bit here is water.
Okay.
It's also looking pretty damn deep. This is looking like a heavy flow area.
And the sides sort of blocked up. And
You could clamber over them, but it just looks like it's been piled up, and looks like the kobolds have been grabbing, every bit of broken wood, every pallet, every barrel, and just shoving it on the side for later use.
Let's head downwards first, I'm guessing.
You do feel optimistic. You do feel optimistic in this direction here.
Okay. Ooh. Once again, stupidity takes a...
Okay, as you
Can I make a
as you
15
swim
foot
across.
jump?
15-foot jump would take a roll. 10's easy. 15 foot a bit awkward, and you've got no real run-up space.
I can make 2 ice platforms on the way, so it's only a 5-foot hop.
You can just walk across it if you want.
Well, yeah, but I
You
mean,
could do a
I
dance
wanna
number
help
on
the
this
rest of
right
the
now.
party.
Yeah,
There's a lot of things I can do right now.
Yeah, I get over here somehow. Maybe just one ice block.
Yeah.
Just a little bit further
Yeah, nice
run
block
up.
in the middle, just 2 5-foot hops.
Okay.
Oh, skip and a jump.
I'm gonna peer around the corner and see what's there.
You see more sewer. It's much bigger, it's far more open, and it looks like this one is properly maintained. I mean, you're in a sewer. It's still nasty, but it's cleaner.
Onward, fellows.
You
I think this is the part that wasn't privatized to the kobolds.
Oh no, you still see plenty of evidence of kobolds. Maybe this is just a bit that gets checked on.
This is the people that pays.
Yeah. You're definitely starting to feel a bit more confident, Zarzul.
So
It's down to the right.
Somewhere around
That way?
here.
So do we
Okay.
actually see these crates?
Yeah, these crates are floating around. Some of them are a bit smashed. Some are quite buoyant.
Oh, you got a bridge around to the south there if you want to come around that way. You don't want to risk the jumping, which is easy.
Especially with a tiefling walking along, just making ice bridges wherever she feels like.
If people want to cross, I certainly will.
I'll go over with Zarzul then.
I can only have 2 up at a time, though.
Alright, Siegfried's going to try and hunker down for stealth.
And have a peer around the corner.
Alrighty, hang on. Let me get revealing. As you all move through this horrible, dank, filthy place. But hey, it doesn't seem that dangerous.
Nah.
It's just, hey, you guys didn't expect you'd find yourselves here, or at least not without having to kill 10 rats.
No, the beginner adventures have already been through this area.
They have. You see a corpse float past you. Let's see,
I
get
think I
revealing
can
one.
hear a DM reach back for information.
Well, I'm having to close one book. Due to party actions, I won't need those stat blocks.
Oh.
Did we accidentally avoid another encounter?
Not a void. It's not a void this time. It was you ballsed it up.
That's a given. Okay. Once again, onward to glorious.
And stop. Stop.
Fine.
Stop. I saw that, Zarzul.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
There are things in the horrible water. And as Zarzul gets closer to the edge, they appear.
Hey. It's Squiddly Diddly.
Well, you better hope he's not here to diddle.
Well, he hung around with Peter Potamus, so it's all good.
Oh, by the way, is this area also dark?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, kobolds have no use for lighting, plus, you know, fumes.
Oh, my mistake. He was part of the Adamant and Secret Squirrel show.
Actually, what am I doing? That doesn't need to be on the initiative tracker. Okay, is that everyone? Nope. I need Rain to roll.
For some strange reason, I remembered I had it up there and I didn't roll again. Yeah.
Okay, I think that's everyone then. But first off, the surprise round. I need to fish out where... Also, apparently I deleted the Ring of Spellstorm picture. That's weird. Okay, so where did I put these ones? Is it in Hateful Horrors? Nope, it's not in Hateful Horrors. Is it the thing that kills Siegfried? Yes, it is in there. Amazing.
I imagine most things are in there.
So, first
including
attack.
small shrubbery.
Nice! As it lashes out at Zarzul, also grabbing him. You take 11
no.
initial damage as you are hoisted in the air by this fibrous, pointed tentacle, which then proceeds to go down very quickly and smashes you against the flagstones. Give me a con save. You are now stunned and you take 10 damage, as it just basically dropped you head first at speed. There is just this unpleasant, wet smack. This one's going to go for Wolfgang. Nice! I think that hits. So Wolfgang is also grappled. And then 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There we go, as it drags them out into the open water. Okay. Rain. You just saw Zarzul get picked up like a toy and then smashed in the ground, like most kids would do with a toy, actually. They're kind of shitty like that. He goes limp, and then Wolfgang gets plucked up as well and shaken.
I come up over here and I make sure Pufflesworth is along the wall and I'm in front of Pufflesworth. Because obviously he's the important one. And let me measure really quick. Yeah. Okay. So that one that's got Zarzul, because I have a feeling he's going to be the one that's harder to break out.
Oh, actually, I should point out. The one with Wolfgang doesn't just, drag him out. It submerges.
Oh,
Poppers, no.
can I see him?
It would take a perception check. It is very horrible, murky sewer water. And there's just general detritus floating over it as well. Mainly just
Well,
bits of
the
broken
thing
wood
is-
and all.
26.
What were you saying, Pio?
Well, the thing is, do you really want to see what's beneath the waves?
He's just 25 gold.
You know the tentacle is here. You can see Wolfgang a little bit, but you can't get line of sight properly on it.
So I'm not going to be able to cast something?
It's a blink and you miss it kind of thing. You could try to shoot at it, but it would have pretty good cover.
If you want to hold that action, I can help.
I think I'll just go with Guiding Bolt on the one that's got Zarzul.
Okay, roll it. 21's a hit. It takes 16 damage. Good solid hit. It's now brightly lit up, and now you can see underneath the water the other tentacle wrapped around Wolfgang shining through. You can also see
That's what I was hoping for.
the source of the tentacles
Yeah.
underneath the water. It's quite big.
Oh, hi, buddy. Hey,
It's-
buddy.
It's a hugely horrible fang mauled, three-legged, bloated mound of a beast. Okay, good. That's fine. You moved. It gets an attack of opportunity.
I figured.
As it lunges shark-like out from the surface to get a bite at you.
Yeah.
And give me a con save. As it bites down on this... like, you can just see everything dripping from the many teeth of this thing. As it's free... what's the sort of right word for it? Free mandible jawed? Just chomps down against your leg. But luckily, it doesn't seem like it got too much of a grip on you. And then it goes back down beneath the surface of the water.
Is it still 9 damage then?
Yeah, it's still 9 damage.
Okay.
Castalia, what are you up to?
Well, I likely hear noises.
Yep, and you can now, and you can just see this glowing creature underneath the water, along with the tentacle that's got Zarzul in it. That's above the surface.
All right. Then I'm gonna. Well, I've already made my move, so I'm going to. Do I want to do that? I absolutely do want to do that. Now, if I hex the tentacle, am I hexing the monster itself?
You are.
All right. Then I'm going to expend a spell slot and make sure he is thoroughly hexed. Then I'm going to adjust my settings so I don't auto-roll damage. So I can set this up. Let's see. There it is. Okay. D6. Right, and with the hex in place, I'm going to fire 2 Eldritch Blasts at the tentacle.
Alrighty.
1, 2.
Those both hit.
1, 2.
Alright.
Oof, the second one.
And that will be my turn.
Good solid hit. Wolfgang, you can use your action to try and break free using strength or athletics.
Okay. Strength it is because I don't have any other option.
Just short. He is still struggling against the tentacle. And what's his con score?
Con is 12.
Okay, so it's a +1.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got one more round until he starts drowning.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Zarzul, you are restrained, stunned, and you come back to your senses at the end of your turn. It's now the turn of the creature. So you're no longer stunned, you're fine now. But you're not fine. As this thing decides to smash you again against the floor. This one.
Oh, does the beast have a shared health pool with its tentacles?
Yep. There you go, you actually managed to not take any damage at all.
Ah.
It's going to try and
Yeah,
crush...
my mighty bear.
Yep, it's going to try and crush Wolfgang, though, so it's got advantage since he counts as restrained. So do you, currently.
No, I can't even see Wolfgang at this point on the...
Yeah. I think a 15 misses.
Yeah.
Okay. And then it's going to drag you out one. And, yeah. Managed to keep... It keeps its tentacle in the water, though, with Wolfgang as it emerges from the water. It's quite big. It is a horrible, fleshy meat wad. And it's going to try and bite Rain. Click, tag that normal. Hey, nice. Another good hit. Another con save.
Ooh.
Siegfried, your turn's up, and you just saw something horrible emerge from the water. It's still brightly lit, because... No, actually it's not anymore, that's right. Let's see, yeah.
Technically, I should have rolled advantage.
Yeah, give me another roll just in case.
Alright.
Never know.
Yep, you never know. No.
Okay. What are you doing, Siegfried?
Well, I'm going to charge up and stab at the beast.
Brave man.
Indeed.
Stupid man.
Let me make sure I can still... No, I can't.
So what are you doing with the rest of your turn? The offhand does hit. And you get your sneak attack. Nice. Very big. As you just drive it into the thing's side. It makes a horrendous noise. But the worst part is, for some reason, Siegfried, your mind is filled with various images of you being ripped apart and being destroyed by this thing's jaws.
I already see that coming. I saw that before I even
Now it is
charged.
incredibly vivid, though, and you can't get it out of your head. Cornelius, on your amazing initiative of 2.
Oh boy. I'm going to cast the good old classic of Scorching Ray at level 3, so I get 4 Scorching Rays.
Okay.
Pew, pew, pew. Pew, pew, pew.
2 on the tentacles and 2 on the creature itself.
Alright. Alright, those both hit on the tentacle. Those both miss on the main body, though. So that is 18 damage on the tentacle.
Yep.
And also 8 damage on Zarzul, who is currently wrapped up in this ignited tentacle.
Wait, ignited? It's completely coated in water. How's it flammable?
Well, it's the fact you're making a burst in flames with your magic.
Does
Wolf-
Cornelius have spell shaping?
Yeah.
There's no save
That
on
comes
this one,
into
though.
play?
It's also because you're covered in this thing. Like, it is coiled around you, and it's bursting into flames periodically. Meanwhile,
Okay.
Wolfgang takes no damage, because it is submerged fully in water. Like,
Sorry, Sasul.
yeah.
Well, there are other things that Wolfgang is currently experiencing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I ordered Troop to do something.
Okay, if you think that's wise.
It's not.
He panics.
Four sheep. Perfect.
Zarzul, technically, you'd be a lot more comfortable right now.
Distractions. This is acceptable.
Ta-da! Rain. There is now a lot of bleeding that is echoing around the room.
Maybe it's hungry? Okay,
It likes its meat purified.
Rain doesn't want to do this, but she also really does want to do this. So she's going to do it while making a face the whole time.
13 does not hit.
Damn it. And now she's just looking like, how did I miss it?
Could this happen to me?
Wolfgang,
No,
or Pufflesworth is going to move up.
No.
You gonna try and hold him back?
Yeah.
Alright then. You use all your possible force to keep him in place. Alright, Castalia, what are you doing on your turn?
Well, I did the distance, and I can hit it from here, but I'd have to go through Siegfried, and I don't want to do that. Well, I mean, do I do the comedy action?
I'm just gonna point out Wolfgang is in deep shit right now.
Yeah. Literally.
If I swing with Sun Lash from here, would I hit Siegfried?
No. But it probably would get a +2. It's a big creature, but he is directly in front of you.
What if I yell for Siegfried to drop prone?
Well, Siegfried, would you obey the devil at your back?
I don't think I've got any movement to do that.
No,
I mean,
dropping.
Well,
prone is
not
a
dropping
free
fully
action.
prone, just ducking. You know, mechanically
Yeah,
wouldn't...
Ducking, sure. I don't mind ducking.
Yeah.
I'd prefer ducking because.
So you see her pull the whip from her side as it unfurls from its weird dimension. And then she just looks at you, you can feel her behind your back, and she says, assume the position. Yeah, so good. You got a clear shot since you announced it at least.
All right, so 1, 2.
That's second one's a hit.
All right, I have to add the extra damage in manually, so it's that and 13.
Gotta check its immunities. Does it have a thing against poison? It would make sense if it does, but it does not. Weird. Okay. Let's see, so 13 damage altogether. A good strong hit as you crack against the side, a big streak of a grass stain against its flesh, which sort of bubbles and roils. It's sort of cadaverous, but at the same time it is definitely not an undead. It is just sort of an overgrown, tumorous kind of lump. Anything else?
No, I can't use my other feature because it would literally hit Rain
Okay.
and Siegfried with it. Probably
Well-
Zarzul too.
Yeah. Wolfgang? Try to get free?
Con save.
No.
No, strength, isn't it?
Yeah, strength.
You can do it, Pupper.
He can't do it.
Pupper.
Next round, he will be on death saves. Zarzul, you are conscious. You are alert. You are bound up and slightly scorched.
Strength
You're-
save, I'm guessing.
Yeah, if you want to get out. You could try to just take it on normally. That's enough as you break its grip and splash into the water.
Surrounded by
I'm
bleeding
gonna-
sheep.
Yep.
I'm going to. Can I sort of crawl out of the water in a couple of squares?
Yeah, you've got your movement.
Yep.
The problem is, though, it's got its
Hide
reaction.
behind. Ah,
No. Keep moving.
yeah. I'm gonna hide behind this sheep here for the time being.
It might miss. It did not miss. 11 damage, and you're right back where you started. Got your bonus. Maybe you want a hunter's market right now? This is where we find out you had Zephyr Strike on your spell list.
Nope. Okay. Hang on. I'm trying to remember. Is this a bonus or not? No,
It's an action.
Never.
So, I'm guessing that's your turn.
What other possible? Yes. The
There you go, Shield of Faith. It works.
I'm gonna put that on myself.
Yeah. It's Vyutia's turn.
Giving it all that concentration.
Yeah, here's the downside. It's going to try and crush you now.
I know.
But it misses.
Hey, nice.
It's now going to put the squeeze on Wolfgang. That hits, so. 9 damage on Wolfgang.
I can't see Wolfgang to change his numbers around at the moment.
Ah.
Usually use the little circles above him.
Well, you know where he is anyway, so I'll put him... There we go, token. He hasn't moved, because, well, you can see where the start and end of the tentacles is. It's got 10 foot of reach. And then, of course, it's going to chomp down on the thing that stabbed it so horribly. As it just turns its sightless gaze. Well, you just notice that there's no eyes or sensors or anything on the body, but there is a third tentacle that is keeping well out of the way, that has its eyes upon it. So we're going to chomp at Siegfried. 16 misses, though, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think it's 17. Yeah, 17.
Okay. Siegfried.
Well, I'm going to keep stabbing, continue the stab method. In the vain hope that I can kill it before it kills anybody else.
It's an idea. Might catch on. That's a miss, though. That hits. Another strong hit. Yep, it's hurting. Actually, it would be below half health, so now it is bloodied up as you just drive in once again to this horrible spongy tissue it's got. You're feeling fluids and gases pop as you just push on in. And, well, its innards smell about the same as what you'd expect it's probably eating around here.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Any movement?
No, I don't want attacks of opportunity at the moment.
Okay. Cornelius.
And I'm just going to try and firebolt the creature.
I mean, you could fireball it.
No, firebolt, and I don't have fireball written into the book yet. I spent the time writing and sending. Also, fireball would seem a little overkill.
Would it? Right now?
Oh, hang on. Still can't.
Remember, you gotta use it as a...
Yeah, I have it. There we go.
Yep, that's a good hit. As you make a big, horrible scorch mark along its side. And Siegfried and Rain get the benefit of that horrible gouting fluid coming out from the crackling flesh. It's delightful. It's a wonderful smell. It's all kinds of fascinating new odors. The sheep are going to mill about and generally try to get away. This one's able to get away quite successfully, in fact.
You need them to take that attack of opportunity.
No, because that tentacle is occupied with Zarzul.
It already used its reaction.
Well, it got its turn again, but it can't attack while it's holding Zarzul there. Rain. Ah, flaming chicken. Yes, as you unleash the Lesser Phoenix, you reach out your hand, flex the fingers that are clawed. You look at one of the little pearlescent orbs dull on the back of a glove. You see this chicken materialize, upright, confused, has no idea what's going on for a split second before it bursts into flames, and is flung straight at the enemy. It is a horrendous noise as it just explodes against it. That was a good roll too, because you were rolling at disadvantage.
Mhm.
Anything else from you?
Yes. Zazul is bloop. There you go. He
He's
looks
a
like
bad
he
day.
needs help over there.
Yep. Don't worry, he's not the only one about to have a bad day. As rising out from the water and stomping onto the bridge.
Oh, hey, buddy.
Oh,
Oh hell!
Oh, hey, buddy. How's it going?
First
Oh, yeah,
off,
buddy.
against the wizard,
Oh, no. Oh.
as it
Yeah, that's-
wraps his tentacle around Cornelius and hoists him high up. Then, for the other wizard, we actually miss. Hang on. No, hang on. Nope, that still hits.
Aw.
Droop is also hoisted up. No. He's still conscious, though.
Oh, that's good.
Yep. And then it brings
But
down...
he wants-
Yeah, and then it brings down the bigger morsel to chomp on. So it's going to try and bite Cornelius. Hang on, it has advantage. There we go. Because you are now restrained. So I need... That's 11 damage. And a con save from Cornelius Sent. Man of our town.
well, I'm down on 17 hit points. Hey.
Nice. Castalia, there was some screaming and a lot of noise and a splash of water behind you.
Well, decisions.
Oh, wait a minute. I also have to do a
Con save
con
for
save.
Dancing Lights.
No, for my spider walk.
Ah.
A spider climb. Oh wait, do I actually for spider climb? Hang on, let me just check.
Yeah, you still had it going, I think. It lasted an hour, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
but I can't remember if there's actually a concentration. I think it is.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, it is. What it is now is a con save, right?
Yep. Still just 10. You make it.
No.
Yeah, none of the damage was higher than 10 when it was halved.
Alright, well, I'm going to try and take out the almost dead one. So we at least have one monster to deal with instead of two. Alright, here's hoping. Once, twice.
Well, once happened. As the dark energy just wallops into its side. Minus 15, a
15
great
damage.
hit. As you just slice horribly with that whip. It's just a sharp crack. Which is a strange thing to hear whenever it's just a bundle of grass with various little wildflowers poking up out of it.
Alright, and for my bonus, I'm going to transfer the hex to this one.
I'm trying to remember now. Are you able to do that on a creature that's still alive?
I thought I could do it on something still alive.
I think you can.
No, it's only if the target drops to 0.
Ah, okay.
So no, I can't do that. So,
So do better next time. If you'd hit a second time, you might have taken it down.
now I can only do so much.
Well, you still got your bonus, still got your movement. Still got the sheep. Oh, I forgot about it. Did I put that as a concentration for Droop?
Nah, I'm done. I can't.
I don't know if you, of course, modified, but yes, sleep, I don't believe is a concentration spell.
Yeah, sleep isn't. But sheep, on the other hand.
Yeah.
Wolfgang, give me a death save. That's a fail.
Pupper! No, Pupper.
Zarzul.
Once again, I shall flex my muscles and try and escape.
There you go, you managed to get free. And you do have a higher
Okay.
AC right now.
Yep.
Take a chance.
On the one hand
I'm
side.
just. I don't.
You've
I'm
got
screwed either way.
you've got knives, you've got daggers.
I don't have an action in this round though.
I mean, you could think about it for next time.
Yeah.
That's fine, you can move that way if you want.
Yeah, no, I think I'll just stay here for the moment.
Okay, because it's going to attack you now.
Yeah, either way it was going to attack me. Whether
I mean,
I got
yeah,
two
but you might have
shots or
gotten
one.
away that time. Alright, first attack on Zarzul as it does not want to let go. It's only a plus 6. It has a lesser modifier than pretty much everything else you guys have. 16 damage. Jesus.
Okay. I can let you know how many hit points I have at the moment.
Is it
Is
0?
it the same as the number of digits I've...
Nice. Also
the
a
monster has not burned me.
also concentration check.
Oh, God, yeah. It's a constitution, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just a con save.
No.
Yeah.
Goodbye, armor shield of faith.
Oh,
Oh boy, it's gonna slam you against the ground now. So give me another con save.
It doesn't matter. You had me at 1
No, no, no.
HP.
If you save, you don't take damage.
Okay. Okay.
It's kind of weird, that actually.
woo! Oh,
No, he pretty much does go woo splat.
Oh, actually, can he use his inspiration to reroll that?
If he wants to, it's up to him.
Did I get an inspiration from that?
Yeah,
That
from the
description of what he did.
from the recap, I'll say yes for the hell of it. Unfortunately, as you can see, he already rolled with advantage. No, go ahead. You get a river roll. Incidentally, that is a house rule.
Yay.
Normally, with inspiration, you declare that you're using inspiration to roll with advantage, but I'm using it as a free reroll, just for the hell of it.
Oh, okay. I thought you could re-roll.
So there you go. You're still conscious with 1 HP.
Yep.
Once again, this thing is going to bite. Yeah, that's Siegfried. There we go. That's a hit.
I'm starting to feel a little bit bullshit that you consistently have gotten 25.
Yeah, I mean, don't blame me. It's fucking roll 20. It likes to make trends.
It does.
Well, I'm going to have that damage anyway.
Okay, but you still got to get the con save.
I'm screwed. Oh well, never mind.
Ugh. Whenever it bites down, you don't feel all that great. It's not like, you know, your limbs falling off of your skin suddenly melting, but not nice. And you now count as poisoned. So, Siegfried.
Well, I'm going to stab at it. I'll use my inspiration that I got.
Alright, that
and
makes it a
I'll
straight
use-
roll.
So I got
22 hits.
Yay.
And you kill it. And with that, Zarzul, you are released, as is Wolfgang, who floats to the surface, currently unconscious and dying. Well, I mean, saying that he is waterlogged, would he really float? Maybe he just sinks even lower. How malicious do I feel? Anyway, Siegfried, what else are you doing with your turn?
going here and then throwing up, I guess, or something.
Alright, you attempt to purge.
Drag Wolfgang up so I can save him.
Cornelius, what are you doing right now? You're currently restrained.
I guess I'm gonna try to flex my wizardly muscles to get out.
Hey, come on, it takes
Okay,
muscles to
then.
pick up all those books.
I mean,
Actually-
he's right next to you. You can burn in your hands him.
He can't do somatic gestures, I think, while he's restrained.
Yeah, I suppose I can't do shock and grasp by the tentacle that's holding the either limb.
Let me double check. Yeah. It's a bit of a weird thing, that, because, I mean, you put shackles on a wizard to stop him casting shit, so... Is that in the rules, or is that just something we always do out of habit? Let's see, restrained.
Say it is a touch spell, but
Yeah, it doesn't mention it. It's weird. Hang on, though. And let's see, somatic gestures. 203. Let's find out for sure. It's important to know the rules at least. Somatic spell. Caster must have free use of at least one hand to perform these gestures. So, because I mean that's the point of putting shackles on. I mean, I'm gonna say you can't do anything that has somatic. Then I suppose it would just be disadvantage. Yeah, if you want, you can try for disadvantage. For shock and grasp, at least.
This must give shock and grasp at least have somatic.
Yeah, but well, it would be because it's your hand. But burning hands requires both of your hands for a gesture, so that wouldn't work.
Well, I'm just gonna try and see if, even if it's with the advantages, it's still at a better chance for me than trying to muscle my way out.
You never know. There's 20 sides on that dice, and it's not like you're negative.
frigate gonna go for it.
12 does not hit. As you just try to... It's really irritating because it is currently bounding you, but you can't bend the wrist enough to actually reach it. You've got that sort of awkward claw thing going on, just trying to reach at it. Rain.
Can I see Wolfgang?
I'll say he's floating. He's buoyant enough with the fur.
Then I can spare the dying and I can do it from range because of my speciality.
Yes, on no account actually heal him, just spare him. Yeah, go ahead. He is stabilized.
Yeah, and I want to see, can I reach him?
Yeah, you can stand on it, or you can hop into the water.
No, I'm not going to hop into the water. I'm going to try to drag him onto solid ground.
He is literally dying, but you won't get in the water to drag him in.
I don't have to, unless I have to.
Also,
That.
also currently, there are 2 people in tentacles getting murdered over here.
Well, that's okay. I'll drag Wolfgang on, and then I will come over here.
The
that's
healer.
okay.
It was fine because I did that, and then that means that I can... Flaming chicken. I missed.
Yep.
So Cornelius just sees this flaming chicken go over his head.
Screaming louder than Droop. Here's the problem, though, Cornelius. Guess whose turn it is. So first it's going to squeeze the life out of a wizard.
Which wizard? Oh!
Oh, shit.
Which wizard?
Out of Cornelius.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. That's all of the HPs.
Is that exact on you? I think you said you had 17 left?
12. Yeah, 12.
17.
Yep.
Yep. Then it's going to squeeze the apprentice. Which, I mean, the other one also hits. Wow.
Is that all of his HP?
No, actually, let's see here. Yeah, he's unconscious too, come to think of it. Because he had a total of 18 HP. So yeah,
I guess I'm just gonna go to the bathroom right now. I'm not gonna be part of this combat.
both wizards. As Cornelius and Droop go limp as they're just the life squeezed out of them.
Oh boy.
It gets worse, and it's a shame
I
that
know it does.
it's a shame that he walked off for it because it's going to bite him.
Oh,
It's going to try and just eat him.
if that's a crit, it's gonna be an instant kill.
Oh no, it's always not a crit if it hits.
Oh.
But it's a crit anyway.
Oh, God.
Okay, so that's 2 failed death saving throws on Cornelius. As this thing is just happily chomping down on the 2 magic casters. Ignorant of the rest of you guys. Also because he's unconscious. The sheep poof out of existence.
Okay, you want to roll his Constitution save?
No, they're both unconscious. There's no con saves.
Oh, okay. Well.
But yeah, we'll get to that whenever Scotch gets back.
Okay. Well, moving here, because it's now dead, I can put the hex on it,
Yep.
and I can hopefully hit twice. But that remains to be seen.
Yes, that...
Twice.
There you go. You did hit twice.
Alright, so first one. Second one.
Alright, 15,
Let me
13.
just make doubly sure that is.
30...
Yeah, whenever you hit with an attack. So
Yep,
that is
34 damage. Also, that thing... I'm trying to... No, that's your Hexblade's Curse where you get HP back. Not regular
Yeah.
Hex. Yeah. So yeah, you just score massive welts in the back of this thing, but it's... Like, its one leg doesn't even shift at the back. It's just busy chewing on the nobleman.
We have a bit of a crisis here as my turn ends.
Yep. Wolfgang is conscious. Also, I need a con save from you, Cornelius. And you've got 2 failed death saving throws.
Oh, great.
It's great because the thing auto crits if it hits you, but it also got a crit anyway.
Yeah.
This isn't as bad as what was the battle? It was Elf Barbarian. Yeah, it was the Elf Barbarians on the road. Yeah, you are now poisoned,
Oh, okay. I thought it said that.
which does mean you do things at disadvantage, including saving throws, like death saving throws.
Mm-hmm.
So Wolfgang only got stabilized, so he's out of it. Zarzul, you're alive!
And not restrained for the first time in this combat.
If only your party had actually struggled to help you.
I did.
I mean, they could have ran across and pried him out.
Oh.
I'm gonna move here. Can I see the wizard?
You can see the limp forms of the wizard, sort of. Because you are still
Okay.
mostly behind it. Like, yeah. Yeah. I'll say you can see them. They're hoisted up.
Okay. First, I'm going to put an arrow in the big thing because, hey, I may as well attack at least once during this combat.
Some days just go badly. That's not a hit.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh dear. And Cornelius feels slightly better.
Yeah?
10 HP, but so he can at least enjoy the feeling of being eaten.
At least it removes the death saves.
Yep.
Yeah, that was the main thing, actually.
Yeah.
Siegfried.
Well, my first question is, if I get all the way up to that creature, will I be able to sneak attack or not with Castalia where she is?
No, let's see here. Castalia wouldn't provide any benefit. She's not within 5 feet of it.
Cornelius is.
Cornelius is restrained.
But he's conscious.
Yeah, but he's restrained, so he's not really posing a threat.
Also inside his mouth.
So I'm afraid
It's
there
a
is
distraction.
there's no sneak attack to have here by just running up to it.
I would say it would be distracted with eating wizard.
It's the issue of, he's got to be sort of threatening it. As we can see
Okay.
here, as he dangles, chewed on, he's not a threat. He's a treat. He's a snack.
Pull on one of his teeth. Give him a toothache.
Well, in that case, I'm just going to step out and use my crossbow on it.
Yeah. I mean, you could, bonus action hide, then use your crossbow.
Yeah, I'm still going to be at a disadvantage, though.
No, you're going to be at a straight roll. Because you'll have advantage since you're hidden.
Okay, we'll do it that
sneak
way.
attack too, because it's unaware of him.
Yeah. So give me a
Okay,
stealth roll.
oh,
It's a disadvantage,
let's
though.
see how badly. Yeah, let's see how bad that goes.
Yeah, it's okay. You are hidden from it.
I step out and try and crossbow bolt it.
Yep, straight roll.
Come on. Nice.
22 hits. Yeah, you get your sneak attack.
Nice.
As a bolt thuds in and starts to sink into the horrible flesh as it just sort of undulates. It seems like it's making space for a wizard in its gullet. It was a good
And
solid
then
hit.
I just step back out of the way.
Cornelius. You're conscious. You wish you weren't, but you're conscious.
Alright, I guess I'm gonna try and muscle my way out, though I'm not sure what help is going to be. This is a straight throw, right?
Yep, strengths. I think it's a saving throw. Let me just check. I think it might be just be a strength roll, though. But then
It wouldn't
again,
matter
wizards
if
don't
it's
have
saving.
proficiency.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's save or not.
There you go. You see, well, Okay, you sort of saw that Droop's in trouble, but mainly you've realized that there's big gouges in you. This is really bad. You don't want this to happen, and you get that surge of adrenaline of not fucking today. As you pop free in front of its mouth.
And that's basically where I'm going to end my turn, because at least now I can cast shield.
You get a bonus action too.
I don't have anything that could use unless I had the meteorites activated. I cannot use any.
Okay. But yeah, like you said, you can use
actually-
shield and it won't have advantage on you.
Yeah.
Would you remember something else?
I was remembering that I could take a sip of the wine and get 1 HP, but I think I'm just gonna wait for that.
I don't know. Now is a good time to start drinking.
It won't matter. 1 HP won't matter.
Rain.
Okay.
You
So-
saw Cornelius in all of his manly physique break the grip of this thing in a sort of panic flailing that reminds you of a drowned rodent. But, you know, he landed with dignity.
I'm gonna do this. Okay. So,
Who are you healing? Oh, mass healing. Okay.
yes.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
going to be
forgot.
Cornelius, Droop, Zarzul, myself, and
Did you heal the
Wolf-
dog?
Wolfgang. Yeah, I was just trying to think of.
I forgot about something.
Did Siegfried get hurt?
No, but I forgot about something important here. Cornelius,
Could have killed.
we forgot
Killed
you're
Wolfgang by
poisoned
now.
currently.
Yep.
Oh.
You're still in his clutches with that 4. But on the bright side, that means you're a clear target for Rain to heal. And you still didn't have anything with your bonus.
Yeah.
Also, just for the hell of it, even though he gets revived, let's see how badly Droop would have done. Yeah, he would have failed. But now he's awake with 6 HP, or 9 HP.
And I think this is my last flaming chicken. I missed again.
You did. I think it's 4 charges. Pretty sure it's one for
yeah.
each knuckle.
Yeah, okay.
Uchia's turn. Hi, Cornelius.
Hi.
I am sorry, but it's how this monster has to do it. So, 16 on the wizard, on Cornelius.
Hey. I can actually deflect that.
There you go. Droop, on the other hand, does not have shield.
Oh.
There's this horrible crackling sound. Like whenever you're just sort of breaking together sort of dried up plastic. As he goes limp again. Then it bites down on the wizard. But it just presses its mouth against this glowing shield around him. These beautiful runes that are keeping him alive. Castalia. Everyone hears the echoing sigh of relief from Cornelius
Okay, let's see.
as he tries to play off the point he yelled out, "Shield!"
Going to go help out Siegfried and lash at the monster. Once, twice. Oh,
Well, you got a hit.
15 damage.
Good, strong attack. Let's see, I think, yeah, that's pretty much it in the bloody condition. It is starting to show some wear and tear. It doesn't actually care, though. It's eating.
Then that's it for my turn.
It's got some nerd in it. Wolfgang.
Wolfgang isn't slightly annoyed. It is going.
He's also unconscious.
advance.
No,
Oh, he
I
got healed.
Oh, you actually gave him hit points
Heal.
back? Okay, then. He's up. Yeah, Wolfgang, this is a new experience because you didn't even really see this monster yet.
Yeah, advance and bite.
Wouldn't it be terrible if there was a third one of these?
That would be horrible.
Just putting that out there.
Nice.
It stays standing.
I wasn't expecting this one to be able to pull down a bigger creature. As it were.
Well, it's got the free legs. I imagine that would actually make it kind of unstable.
And it is just one size category bigger.
Yeah. Like, if it's believable that he could pull it down, I'll go for that. Like, you're not pulling down a dragon that size, but an ogre, maybe. A troll, a bit too strong. But yeah, he bites in. It's not a pleasant flavor at all, but he's just trying to rend and rip. And sort of getting shaken around on the back leg.
Yep.
Until it is done.
Siegfried.
You skipped my turn.
Did I? Okay, go for it. There you go. No
13.
hit. Yeah, no hit for Wolfgang. But that's a strong, solid blast of earth straight into the side of the thing. Just shards compacted together into one long spear. It's a hell of a bow.
And Droop is feeling better by 7.
He's not feeling better because he's feeling it now. When he was unconscious, he didn't feel it, but now he feels it. He feels that he's been killed twice. This is bringing back lots of memories for him. Still got your movement?
Staying here out of range.
Okay, now it's Siegfried's turn. Yeah, it's still aware of you with 10.
Yeah, but I don't know this, so I'm just running up there and stabbing it.
$25 hits. That's a lot of 6s.
Yes.
Do I get Ultrix Fury?
Guess what, though? It's still alive.
Oof.
And he used his bonus action to stealth. He could have taken it out. Cornelius.
I've got to panically do shock and grasp.
Gonna try and get that kill credit.
Oof.
That's a great damage roll. It's a shame it's a 1.
What? Why am I disadvantage?
Because you're
You're
poisoned.
poisoned.
Oh.
You know, a malicious DM would have said that, since it's a 1 and shocking grasp and you're bound, but you might catch yourself. Rain, your turn.
Oh, I even had a one-liner set up and everything.
You could still try it. You're alive, that's something.
I would really prefer.
A 15 hits.
Yay!
And it's dead. How would you like to do this? Any little flair, or do you just want to send a bolt smashing right through it?
I say she's just sending that bolt, trying to aim it straight at his head.
As it dopily turns around as it hears the incantations, your mind gets filled with all kinds of horrific things, and then there's some pleasant imagery, like, you see the usual thing of you getting torn apart, it's masticating upon your body, just tearing you limb from limb, digesting you. But then there's flashes of Cornelius getting eaten as well. That's quite nice, as you focus your aim and launch off the guiding bolt. It impacts, tearing off 2 of the mandibles, just leaving its top jaw. It just sort of sags, the wizards are released, and it falls dead. A stinking, horrible mound of flesh.
You're welcome.
And you're out of initiative. The battle is won. As you all sort of realize, where'd those bandits go?
Oh, let's keep looking for him.
Maybe to do a little bit of healing, please.
Yes, I know. Come on over here.
Droop is sobbing openly.
Okay, Drip, here you go.
As he's just hunched over, holding his sides. And then Rain walks off. Her job
My
is
job
done.
here is done.
He's healed. No, he's almost up to max.
Okay. Okay. All right, Cornelius, get over here.
As he makes similar sounds to Droop.
Oh, thank. Oh, actually, at half health.
Wizards,
Actually, oh, half health. Sorry. Yeah.
very easy to deal with.
Zarzul, are you able to handle yourself? Because I don't have too many slots left.
Yeah, I can do something.
You guys could always put your feet up and have a short rest.
No, I think we want to go catch those guys, considering we're on a time limit.
Let's see here. I'll have. If anyone's trained in Arcana, I'll let them have a roll to work out what the hell they just dealt with.
Okay.
Let me see if I'm trained in that.
Damn
I'm
it.
trained in that.
I definitely know what the hell this was.
Well, you're never going to forget it at this point.
Oh, you tried.
You're not even trained. Castellian Cornelius, you recognize this creature as an Utya. It is a carrion feeder. It'll just ingest meat, offal, no matter how rotten, it just wants copious amounts. And it's known as being something of a siren, too, in that it can implant imagery and feelings into you to lure you closer. And then it will launch itself. Sometimes they're kept in deep cisterns or even in sewer systems as trained creatures, although they're never domesticated. They're just kept fed until they don't care. These ones don't look to be in that state, for they're still mobile.
So I'm guessing that's why you're mentioning to Sarsul that his hunter's instinct tells him that the bandits were that way.
Yep.
Ow. Ow. Ow.
Sarsul, come here. It's not much, but here, have a glass.
I take a big swig.
You get 1 HP.
Okay.
Sorry, buddy. That's the best that I can do.
Yeah, and I don't think I can cast any more spells. I'm worn out.
Yeah, I've got 4.
I mean, Siegfried's ready to go.
Siegfried is kind of confused.
Yeah, an ambush happened and you weren't the center of it.
Lately, a lot of the battles you have not been dying.
A lot of the battles are coming out with full HP.
Rain is coming along. She's gonna come over here.
Maybe I should have put a third one in. And as you come around the corner, you see more sewer tunnel. Just more. It's not marked. There's a lot of kobold tracks, but it's just more and more sewer.
May I do something before we go any further?
Sure.
I turn the water completely transparent.
Are you able to do that on all of the surface or just an amount?
It's ambiguous.
Well, what's the wording?
You change the water's color or opacity. The water must be changed in the same way throughout. This change lasts for 1 hour.
And above that, though, does it set a size limit? Like before the bullet points?
you choose an area of water that you can see within range that fits within a 5-foot cube.
There you go. So you can make a 5-foot cube opaque or clear.
Yes.
So here we go. So you're gonna keep on trying to pursue?
Why not? Can I get over these crates?
Yeah, easily.
Okay.
And as you head southwards through tunnels, more and more just it's all the same sort of thing. Less detritus in some, more in others. Some bits are cleaner. You see a few passages up to the surface. You guys spend another 10 minutes just wandering through the tunnels, and there's no sign of anything. You've got the distinct feeling they gave you the slip.
Do you think
Yeah.
if we did that trick with oh, you come to think of it, yeah. I don't know. Was there more stuff up here, or
Where are you clicking?
it up top where all the crates and stuff are?
Yeah, there was more
there
of a
actually stuff?
there was more of a passage. But you guys have just kept going this direction because no one said anything otherwise.
Do we want to go back and check that area out?
Yeah. I think we're going to probably... Maybe those stairs up in the first area we're going to have a look in. We're going to have to search the first area, I think.
Where are you guys going? Come to some sort of consensus.
You're referring to where the stairs were.
Yeah, we might have to check up those stairs there and see if there's anything of interest.
I mean, you do remember all you saw in that room were cobalt tracks.
Yeah, it was only really cobalt cleaning closet around there.
Yeah, it was pretty clear they came here. We just don't know which way they went.
We might have to check that pool there, possibly. You can see my ping there somewhere.
Is it over on the left map?
Yeah, on the left map.
Ah, not there.
I was thinking through this crate area.
I mean, the piece together for you guys, you saw the tracks. They went this way, then stopped. There was a secret passage here, and you didn't see anything else in that chamber. Or anything in the other chambers with the tech magic. It led to here. End of the map on the right. But by that point, they'd moved through tunnels and lost their tracks.
I'd say probably last chance would be over here.
Let's check these boxes out just over here and see if there's anything.
Well, roll me an investigate as you just start searching, pulling random shit about.
Trying to find tracks of anything. Like elvish.
Ah, well, tracks will be survival. Remember, elves have normal feet. They're just slightly skinnier. They don't have the vestigial claw they keep telling you about. The only tracks you're picking up on are vermin. You actually do find a couple of pads of Ayujas just on the edge. And some kobolds. And you also piece together that maybe a few kobolds went missing here. Because you see some kobold tracks, you see the pads of Ayujas, and you don't see any more kobold tracks after that.
Okay, we made the place safer for kobolds. This is a good start. We knew what those elves were up to down here. Obviously, no.
Well, probably should we go back and see where those stairs led to, because it might lead up onto to the walled off city.
I'm just going to have a look quickly down here. If I can see anything down this.
I mean, a few of you have some decent spatial awareness, and yeah, this just leads off. It seems to go more on a ramp downwards, so it might be going underneath the previous area you were in.
Oh, this might be a good
But yes,
way to go.
in relation to those stairs and the other ones, you figure those probably just let you out across the street from where you were. Because it wasn't a huge amount of distance. If you wanted to get to the walled-in city, you'd be going more northwards.
So this is, yeah, this seems like a possible. So
This-
off to the.
This one, you know, as you sort of guess it about, it's like, yeah. Anyone good with navigation? I suppose a ranger kind of is, but he's sort of nature.
Yeah, supposedly.
As you think about the direction this is going in and all, you're thinking this might let out into the actual river that they use for a lot of transport. It might just seep out into the world, and it's generally more towards the temple area than it is to anywhere else, if it continues going this direction. The depths make you think, well, maybe it's just gets you to the filtration site.
I think it's our only option to check this way at the moment.
Because if it does empty out into a waterway or something, this could be the way that they're using to get things in and out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once again, onward.
And as you keep descending, I reach to the Princes of the Apocalypse Underdark quest book. Now, as you continue to go down, it doesn't slope down too far. Evens out again, and you just find yourselves continually going east until you find a few spillways where it reconnects with sort of main waterways. It's where you're going, you seem to be sort of coming out from under a bit of a gouged out hill. This is actually sort of trying to think in relation here, because you'd be walking fucking miles before you got overland at all, because you're thinking now you're probably under the main road, or, well, north of the main road. Might be near a little, small little sort of raised hill with this gouged out of it, and it just joins into a sort of a pretty fouled up lake. It has a few tributaries, so hey, you guys are out of the city, into the wilderness.
Oh joy. Are they being guarded?
Nope.
This gets better and better. So there's a.
To be fair, though, you guys
unsecure
were
way
walking
into the
for about
city.
three. You guys were walking for a good solid hour and a half or so.
Okay.
This was a long trek of just one tunnel. I mean, it twisted a few times, it went up and down a little bit, but in general, it was just one passage.
Let us head out and get clean and. This could have gone better. It could have gone worse though. We're alive.
It could have. It could have been interesting.
And we at least killed those two things.
Oh, it's a gun.
Yeah. Is there anything of worth on them? Or maybe in them? I don't know.
They eat carrion, shit, offal, meat, anything organic.
So no.
No.
It's from. I remember Puffin Forrest talking about it.
They're disposals, basically.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
And who would ever send a kobold down here with shiny things on him?
This is true.
takes another about 2 hours to get back. Because uphill is a bitch. And you're back in Viseta tunnels where you fought the Uchas.
Okay. I say we send the rogue around the walls to see if he can find anything of interest, but I don't think there is any at them.
I mean, it's an option. It's an option. You could definitely do it. You could. You could really do it. Go on. Do it. It will have no repercussions.
Well, seeing as the group seem to be suggesting it, Siegfried's about to go and do at least a circuit of the nearby area to look for anything interesting.
Well, first things first, there is getting out of the sewers. Are you coming up through the same entrance that you were led down into? Or do you want to walk back into town from the outside?
Well, you just said we spent 2 hours going back
Yeah.
up here.
But you know, we could always retcon it, make it weird. Because you know your employer's waiting for you.
Yeah.
Might want to get a story together of what to tell him.
Well,
The words drove them off would be up there, killed one of
Yeah.
their members, killed a couple of things that had obviously been killing kobolds. I'm assuming we're going to get somebody to prestidigitate the hell out of us. So
Yeah.
we're actually
Yeah.
presentable.
Well, I mean, there's no... It's only magic, you know? It can only do so much. But yeah, you can be clean at least. Presentable... Eh. So, you're all gathered up, ready to head up those stairs to meet with Lazul Renenbach.
basically, yeah. I don't think we're gonna find much else. Unless we want to check that one room we hadn't checked yet. On the way back.
Yeah, we might as well check it on the way out.
The one little nook that you never checked out,
Yeah.
it's a storage closet.
Okay.
But it does have a few decks of playing cards and really badly carved up dice.
Can we check this place out as well while we're on the way out?
I mean, you do have the issue of the Iron Gate.
Ah, never mind then.
But if you want to walk over and press yourself to it, it's a cistern.
Uh-huh.
It's a
So,
gathering
one
place
thing
for
I wa-
water.
The one place I wanted to check on the way out was preferably over here. See if there was anything down here.
Could you click again for me? Because I'm having to jump around the map for all you guys.
That's
Yep.
why I epic zoomed out.
Okay. Yeah, you can check there if you want. Who's checking? And for what?
I'd be going and I'd be looking to see any signs that anybody's been anywhere.
Survival.
Okay.
Yeah, decent roll. You find some very faint boot marks. Very faint. Around here.
Can you reping?
I
Oh.
can ping you over here, actually. There we go.
Hey, we might have got something.
They are almost completely dried in.
Well, we also been walking around 3 hours, so.
Yeah.
I'd be suggesting that we keep going.
Might as well check where they're heading.
I'm going to point out to the rest of you, you've been in the sewer for 3.5 hours now.
Yeah.
And
How
as
long does poison last for?
you guys are still poisoned, the two of you. It's just you feel horribly nauseous. But it's not like you're pure green or anything. And yeah, as you go down those tunnels, again, it's a horrible labyrinth. You come upon chambers just like the one you've left many times over. How long are you guys going to keep on pressing this?
Probably not much longer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe half hour at most.
By a half hour, you've come upon a lot of chambers like this, and you've seen no other sign.
Alright, I'm guessing it's time to head back up.
Did we ever open any of the containers?
Nope.
Since we have to walk over them, can we open a couple of them?
Sure, Rain gets her loot on, prying a few open.
No, I want to know. It's like, okay, wait. They were here to do a market. How do we know that they're not leaving it?
Well, I will say, like, all this stuff does not look like illicit primo black market materials. It looks like trash. These are broken boxes. These are cracked open barrels. This is rotted wood.
Okay, so they all look. None of them look like somebody's, just left them there.
No, none of these look like in prime condition for anything. A lot of them have big holes which you can see inside of, and the most you find in them are a few rat nests.
Okay.
Yeah, nowhere down here's been really a place of a market or anything. Hardly any meeting thing. I think we might have just stumbled on a couple of guys meeting down here, but that is a one-off more than anything.
So, I'll remind you now, you've got a corpse of a bandit.
Yep.
2 Utyas.
Yeah, they can stay.
Well, why don't we lop off a tentacle of each so that we can at least show that we did something down here?
Well, one reason is you might have to fight off the rats. They are swarming them.
Yeah. I think we can leave the big guys.
You could just break off a tooth. That should suffice.
Yeah, it's pretty distinct. Or, you can cut off, like, the eyes and nose tentacle. Basically, you just lop off something, it'll look distinctive enough. So you got your trophies. How about the dude? Do you lop something off him as well? Or just take the whole corpse?
Probably search the corpse would be a start.
You already did that.
There was nothing on him.
Yeah, Zarzul jumped into it. Well, there was some coins on him.
A lot. Yeah.
3 copper, 4
It's
silver.
a heavy crossbow.
Yeah.
There was nothing distinctive about him or his clothes.
Just that he was half elf, that's about it.
Yeah, you noticed that his clothing was dark, but was definitely nondescript as possible.
Does he have anything of note on him that may designate his affiliation?
It's not like you stripped him or anything. He just looked half elven. He had no rings, he didn't have any sort of necklace or tattoo on him.
No magic items or anything like that.
Fucking
Hey,
greed
I
singling
looked.
him. No, the dude you managed to kill in 2 hits does not have magic items on him. Big shock.
That's a couple more than 2, but yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just time to leave and go home and get rest.
Get clean and leave and yeah.
Mm-hmm.
As you reach daylight, well, not daylight, it is pretty much full-on nighttime now. It is near midnight. Actually, probably a little bit past, come to think of it.
Oh, wait, actually, is there a curfew going on? I can't remember.
No?
Okay.
I don't think it would be that late.
I mean, Lazul grabbed you guys when you came back around dinner time.
Okay, yep.
And a little bit of trekking and all, so yeah, it's probably around 10, 12-ish. None of you took the key mine feat, so you don't get an exact time. As you emerge, you find one kobold waiting there. It's not Lazul.
Well, yeah.
Might be Cinnamon. It's hard to tell. So what happened?
Well, there were some people on guard there. Managed to kill off one of the bandits and chase the others off. And then we encountered a creature that has teeth like the size of this. And I show him the tooth.
His jaw drops. He also then slaps himself in the side of the head and pulls out a pen and paper. Well, quill and paper. Okay. Really big tooth. Give me tooth. Give me tooth.
I handed him the tooth. The whole tooth and nothing but the tooth.
We killed 2 of those, and we've seen evidence that they were picking off some kobolds down there.
Yeah, they were. I'll show the Lord Redenbach, and then you'll be rewarded tomorrow. I think maybe someday. He extends his gratefulness that you came back alive, if you did. He also sends his condolences if any of you died. And thanks you for your great service to the kobolds, and by extension him, the great Lord Redenbach.
Grateful for helping out in his service.
So, bye. And he just walks right over to Kobold House. And he's gone.
Is there a party going on in Kobold House?
There is. This is still, I mean, it's like one day after the wages. Yeah, there's still a party going on.
The other question...
There's about 4 kobolds running around in togas.
Why didn't I write
Hang
down
on, I hear
that?
something.
Yeah.
Oh, I actually still had him up for some reason. As you guys emerge into daylight, you look across the fountain. You see, it's not like there isn't a curfew, but you're in the temple district. So things seem a bit stricter as you look across the fenced area to see still patrolling crusaders and priests. But then you see at the fountain there are 2 singing figures and 1 figure flat on her back. There's also the sloshing of water as you see your great friend Malgern and his great inspired thespian Megran pissing in the fountain, singing drunkenly. Karen is flat on her back, unconscious.
I suppose we should drag them home as well.
That might be wise. We don't want them to get arrested.
Oh, one of them, but we may as well take all 3.
Can you do another floating disc, Cornelius?
I slowly pull out my chalk and begin the incantation.
A couple of the crusaders see you all, and once you sit down to start scribbling on your chalk, you start to hear the clanking approach of great boots and armor. Oi, beggar! No scrawling in the courtyard.
Don't worry, they'll be gone. They'll be gone quite soon enough. We're just dealing with an appoint over to the fountain.
Yeah, well, you deface some public property. Hop it.
Then I start walking away. kicking off the chalk and just start heading home.
Well, Cornelius, if you're not going to do that, you're going to need to help us carry them.
Nope, your problem now. I'm done. Going to bed. Come on, group.
Okay, Zazzle's going to quickly wander over to Malgern and the other two and ask whether they need somewhere to sleep for them. Hello, friends.
Hello, friend!
Have you got somewhere to stay for the night? Are you
I
fine?
have my great, beautiful audience. There's a bed available for me in any house. Ha ha ha!
Oh, excellent. Just offering, just in case.
Oh, yes, I'll take that offer. Does it come with a drink?
I think we're dry at the moment, unfortunately.
Oh, that's no good. And as he spins round, he hasn't stopped pissing.
Yep. This is about.
You're still far enough
Okay.
away, luckily.
I
I'm
came
pretty
back at the
sure
right
we
time.
do have a drink. You could come with us.
Yeah, I definitely came back at the right time.
Yeah, you emerged from the sewers. You explained your part. You explained what you did, and then you met Malgern, Megran, pissing in the fountain in the Temple District, with Karen on the floor, unconscious.
Wow.
She's a weak sister.
She did well. You know that in your heart, but man, she gave it a hell of a go for someone who's not a dwarf. I will take you up on that offer. Come, brother! We will continue to drink until the sun falls once again. Then to battle! You and I will march out. We'll save Van Dalen once again. Ha ha!
I try and help Karen to her feet. She's semi-conscious at least.
She's not remotely conscious. You hear snoring.
I'll go to. I'll try to help carry her.
That's carry / drag her back, I guess.
As you get the two of them away from the fountain, whoever's looking in that direction with dark vision can see something emerge from it.
I quietly say, "Hold on."
It rises up like a serpent. Its face just sort of barely taking on fish-like qualities. It's very vaguely shaped. As it just sort of moves over to the befouled area. You know,
Not my
there's
hat, is it?
no, there's just a fair bit of there's some chunder.
Okay. 'Cause I
There's some
didn't
more
know my hat.
sprinkling because Megran still hasn't stopped. And you see through this translucent serpent-like creature just a flow of water, and then it just jets out to splat and clean at the area before submerging back into the pool. It's a Cornelius, Zarzul, yeah, and maybe Rain. You guys would recognize as a water weird. It's an elemental that is bound to certain bodies of water.
Always keeping the fountain clean. Makes sense.
They're nice if they're in nice places. They're fuckers if they're in nasty places. And-
Let us head back to the house.
Yep.
I could do with a rest.
And so, with the unpleasant odors brought back because you've got the dwarf with you. You've got the Goliath who plays a dwarf with you. You got Karen with you, who still actually smells it quite nice. She went a bit heavy on the perfume, but you know, it's okay. It's better than the sweat and the alcohol of the other two. He is cheering you all on as he proclaims he walks now with the heroes of Van Dalen at the top of his lungs, which is getting you all a lot of looks from the very few people that are still moving around this time of night. You make your way through the Craftsman's District, and then to home sweet home. And let's check the timer here. Well, in a way, you did something. That's the most charitable way I think it can be given. But you are home.
No one died.
No one died. Came close, but no one died.
Yep.
There is a little bit of the evening left, and more importantly, there is a new day to plan for. So there's a question. What next for the group?
More ale.
Did we collect our pay?
Hang on. He has a great idea. More ale. Even more than that. The kobold says you would be paid at some point. Possibly tomorrow. Also, condolences for anyone who died, and congratulations on anyone who lived.
Hooray!
Yes, there is
Remind
much
me why we
rejoicing.
used to travel with him.
There was much rejoicing from the
None of
two
you
men.
can take a hit.
Yep.
Yeah, basically.
There was much rejoicing from the two men in bowler hats. It's quite weird to see because, despite his dishevelment, well, actually it matches up quite well, the two of them look like they are still dressed pretty much identically. They could be twins if one wasn't 6 foot tall, even without the lower half of his legs. You know where some job offers going? You know where some potential things to check in on? Probably a good time to coordinate that. Have a think about what you will do with next session.
Mm-hmm. I'm guessing we either start preparing for expedition into the wildlands to deal with the elf incursion, or we start figuring out what's happening in that district covered in perpetual darkness.
Yes.
Maybe ask some of the kobolds if they can show the way through the sewers, if possible.
Yeah, that's probably the best method. I'm almost half tempted to straight out just ask Leslie Redenbach next time we see him. Any idea what the princess went?
No. That's given a card there.
Don't think that's gonna give away a whole lot. Considering who's asking. I don't think
Yeah.
it's the mask.
Yeah, who we're asking? While he thinks he's high and mighty in the upper class,
Mm-hmm.
might just blurt it out inadvertently anyway without thinking, or at least something.
If he's drunk enough.
If we sort of just ask about the royal family or whatever, and they're all gone. What happened? Wasn't there a princess? What happened to her?
Yeah.
You never know. We might actually get a lead.
Or just asking what happened to the royal family.
Hmm.
As, just as a general curiosity, since there's issues now with that, what happened to the current or the previous family?
Yep, it's worth a shot anyway. And of all the people to ask, he seems probably the most neutral out of everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's also the blights. You
Yeah,
could
that's
give me a
probably-
hand with that one.
Yeah, that's what I meant. That either we can prepare an expedition outside the city, or we can try and deal with the city under perpetual darkness.
And as Cornelius explains this just out of habit, the rest of the party look up on the balcony to see this cat that is just covered in foliage. It looks like it is made out of plant matter.
Hello, Abigail.
Hey, oh, Talia. You lot been gone?
Yeah.
I was waiting here an hour or so.
Who's the talking cat?
The druid who we're going to help with the twig blight situation.
Who's the talking fop?
I looked towards Cornelius because he has to decide his own name at this point.
Well, these people do know who we are, so...
Well, do
Actually-
you really want me to share it?
Well, actually, no, I don't know. Who is this? And why do you know a talking cat?
I got like written notes. This is Abigail, the head druid. He is friend with Talgreen Fellowweather.
I just
You know.
mentioned head druid. You could kind of see on the face a kind of exasperation on Cornelius's face.
Oh, what's that? You're intimidated by a man who actually knows magic.
Anyway, I offered our assistance with dealing with the twig blight issue, which would also help with the elven issue.
Aye, sort of.
Weren't the two connected though?
Oh, aye, definitely. But they seem to be up to a bunch of other shit. And heard some fun things. Apparently down south they've got a tree. It's further south of some burned out remains of an old inn. There's also someone right nasty walking through the woods. Heard it on the squirrel vine.
What is it?
No idea. They've heard it roaring. Anything that got close enough to see it is probably dead. That's another issue too. I had a fuck ton of contacts in the forests. Not anymore. I've got a handful of sparrows and a magpie. That's about it.
Where is this thing that's roaring coming from?
Oh, all the way to the south. Like I said, it's by a big old burned out inn. Like, you
Hold
know,
on.
within miles of it.
Hold on. Is this related to you know who? And I'm looking at the others because obviously the druid don't know.
I doubt it. I think that was a pre-existing condition.
I'm more wondering if he's left.
Something huge and nasty.
No, he's not huge. He's nasty, but he's not huge. Okay.
Well, you would know.
Does he actually say that?
No.
Because if he did, that was going to get very interesting. But I think we might want to deal with
that was-
whatever that.
That was a metagame joke. I don't think that would be something Cornelius would say outright.
I'm going to suggest.
I don't
that
know.
we
He's been
handle
in this
that.
group long enough to pick up on things.
I'm going to suggest we go deal with that, just because I don't want it going down to that inn and disrupting who you know who.
Oh no, see, here's a fun part too. Not just down south, up north as well. More to the northeast, but there's been batches of them seen about, including those fucking manticores. The big spiky bastards.
You wouldn't have had any contacts who would happen to know what's happening in the closed off the part of the city.
No, as such, no. Like, I used to talk with the alley cats and all that sort of thing, but no one's gotten in or out. I know it's fucking horrid. I know it is awful shit. I'm not quite ready to dip a paw in while the forests are getting eaten up. Because while it's one thing for a little neighbourhood to get in the horror, whole fucking forest glades, they're all getting killed by this blight shit. So I'd like to solve that. You know, keep nature alive, otherwise this whole kingdom's fucked. Because those dozy bastards up north are just trying to spread the same condition they've got up there to here.
Is there any effective way of killing this blight back once it's established?
Oh, right. Sure, I'll give you a wee lesson as he hops down. Then he changes into the 8.5 foot tall, blue, slightly furred furbolg. There we go. I can gesticulate a bit better here and get my words across. So, what I need you to know is blights come from those seeds. A big seed, you give enough blood to it, enough corpses, enough sacrifice, maybe a bit of ritual, comes a Gulfias tree. Gulfias. It was some vampiric bastard anyway. A tree makes blights. Poisons the whole area, makes more blights. But it's just a tree. A big one, a nasty one, fucking foul one, but you kill that, you stop the supply, and then you can just pick them away. Because blights don't make seeds. The tree does. Downside, they've got a bunch of those trees up north in Alchemia.
So clear our way to a tree, kill tree.
Kill every blight on the way. Speed up the process.
Yep.
Problem is, though, it's meant that it does take time for a fucking tree to get anchored, but like I've been saying, they've got one already. That's not right. I mean, it's not right, but it's also not right. Like, they should not have a tree this quick. It should not be spreading this fast.
Okay. I'll definitely have to do something about this.
So how much you lot learned about the blights, eh?
We haven't learnt too much about them, just had a couple of encounters.
Aye, well, you know the three types, eh?
The small ones,
Aye, the twigs.
the bigger humanoid-shaped ones.
Aye, needle and vine. The vine's a nasty one. Well, needle's not nothing to sniff at. They're very fucking dangerous. But here's the thing about them, right? And we're going to be making use of this when I drag yous all south. Because we're going, right?
Yep.
Otherwise, you know, all nature dies, kingdom dies, world dies, you know. This is kind of an important thing we need to get yous on board with.
Mm-hmm.
Or do yous have more important things to do?
Not at the moment, no, but I believe we need to secure some supplies.
Oh, sure, get yourself some snacks, no worries.
And I do not know if there's others who need some more preparation time. I'm mostly focused, referring to Castalius, if she's going to make her shield done. How long that's going to take.
No, I can certainly go. I made a promise.
Aye, you did. Good. Good. New Tolgreen had good opinions of women. Anyway. So, fun thing about blights. They've got no eyes. You might have noticed that. You keep things quiet. You keep away from them. I think it's about... as he starts backing away, sort of just gesturing with his arms and all. Squinting with one eye as he looks at you. Near enough about 80 feet or so, they're blind. They're not deaf, but they're blind. So that should help us get a bit closer. Yes, the wee one with the scales.
You said there was 3 types. Is there? Do you just mean the 2 humanoid forms, or is there another one as well?
Aye, well, I've not seen a lot myself, but I've seen a few that can sort of, what's the right term for you lot? Piggyback? Hop in? Can sort of take the other one for the ride, you know?
Sort of take over, let's say, an elf, maybe, and use it.
No, no, no. Like, I know what you're thinking, but though that's different. That's a lot worse. Like I said, we want to get the blights done, and then the elf thing, that's a different matter. It's also not just elves, it's the whole of fucking elks. Not every one of those you killed were a full pointy ear.
Okay.
Because you don't need to be an elf to have pointy ears and 8 points of Castalia.
Mm-hmm.
There are some things worse that have a bit of a point to them. But that's a bit of a guess. It's not the blights anyway that's making them horns. Just don't know what it is yet. So, I'd like for you to kill the tree. To kill as many blights as you can, and maybe kill that big thing that's stomping around down south.
Alright.
That's good, I've got 1.
I'm going.
Right, 2.
I guess might as well follow along. What the hell? There's no. I might actually find something.
No,
that's
no, if you want to sit
for
this one out, that's perfectly fine. Just don't expect to be eating apples after a week or so. If you really want to just kick back and all, go ahead, please. Get into your political intrigues and all. Or you could do something useful. And he does walk up to Siegfried as he's saying this. Trying to edge in a little bit of his height difference here. Or you want to help out a bit of nature, you know, do a good deed.
I need all the good camera I can get.
Aye, you do and all, I'm sure. Also, Jesus, have you fucking slept in a week?
This is what I look like after I've slept.
Well, not long then. How about you, fancy man?
Dreams want to bite.
Well, I'm at least going to have to request that I at least get some time in the morning to add something to my book.
Oh, aye, out of your tree corpse, sure.
Yes.
Yes, by all means, continue defiling it.
I shall do so, especially when I'm adding fireballs, so I can burn down the other trees, the ones that are rotten.
Aye, well, that is necessary, that. Besides, I'm only pulling your leg. Paper's useful. Can't be done without it, really. It'd be nice if it didn't have anything to fucking fill in, but you know, it takes time.
I mean, it's other trees, so it's going to be the flesh of animal, the skin of animals.
Well,
write down something.
I mean, you say animals as his eyes rove down you. You look like you got a pamphlet in you.
I'm not sure that's going to be much better.
I don't know, get some use out of you lot that don't care about niche. Anyway, so we're set for a date then.
Friend,
Aye, little one.
do you know ways how to grow hair back on the wolf? Wolfgang here seems to be a little lopsided at the moment.
It looks fine. Then he steps around. Oh, right. Okay. Fuck, that's weird. Is he not ill?
No, I believe it may have been a practical joke of some form. How it was done, I do not know.
It's no bother. So you want them evened out and all?
Yeah.
I can whip something up. Like I said, I'll need prep time for it, but it'll be part of the reward, why not?
Thank you, good sir.
So, see yous in the morning. Well, afternoon. Pressing as
Sure.
it is, I've gotten used to cat naps. And like that, he just goes from a 7.5 foot tall furbolg into a very regular sized tuxedo cat that is just all foliage. Right, enough then. So, tomorrow.
Right.
Tomorrow, good sir.
Or you could blow me off and just do whatever you like. Just remember, there are consequences, and I'll probably remember.
We know.
As he just,
He will remember.
as he turns around, walks out. Also, meow. And he's off into the
Meow.
streets. McGroon is spinning on his stumps. Alright, who's next? Oh, come on. Is it like a talking horse? I see you've got one in the backyard. Does that one speak? Does it sing?
I'm afraid those are just regular horses.
Ah, shit. No, is my glass empty? I think it is. Oi,
I
oi,
offer from
Malgern, who's got the booze?
I don't think Brader's listening.
No,
Probably
I
not.
am. I'm just trying to
Okay.
think. See, we have booze.
One of them's got to have booze.
Who am I closest to right now?
Oh, you just said the group. It's a mingling. You're at home.
Okay. In that case, I just walk over to Cornelius, kind of elbow him. You got something, right?
No.
Aw, come
Completely
on.
out.
Come on.
I'm
Ex-
completely out.
Huge muscled arm tries to bring itself down across Cornelius' shoulders, but he's scrawny, so it just goes further over and onto Malgern's. Come on! As he's just sort of resting his hand on top of the bowler hat, rolling Malgern's head about. You got a bevy for a mate or two.
And I take out the almost empty halfling bottle of wine. That's all there is.
Hey! Result!
I think we do actually have some wine in the treasury somewhere.
Yeah, I thought so too.
See,
Yeah, probably.
you're a beautiful bastard, you are. Always knew I could count on you, Kelvin. You're my best mate.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
What would I roll? I think he's holding out on me. I think he does have something. That can't be it. What would that roll be?
Insight.
We do have 5 bottles
Or
left somewhere in our pile.
you know this fucker's got more booze. You were there when he got it.
At this point, Zazel wanders back in with one of the unlabeled bottles that we had stacked.
Do you remember where the bottle is from? Did you take note of it?
I think it was the same place Cornelius got his last 2,
Yeah.
I think.
I'm just better concerned that one's of better quality.
No, I'm pointing
Wasn't
out
that
where.
the one where Malgoon got almost eaten by rats?
If it's
What?
that one, okay, good.
It looks like we got 5 there.
Megrin
Five
grabs
old
it, snaps
bottles
off
of
the
wine.
neck of a bottle, chugs down half, hands it to Malgern.
I finished the bottle.
Alright, we're both doing con saves. You've got advantage.
I was gonna offer some to the druid.
He's gone.
He was asking as well. Okay.
Advantage.
Constitution. Oh, ooh.
You're fine. Although you do take... You take 6 poison damage.
Okay.
I'll be
Although
fine.
the weird thing is, it tastes really good. Like, you really want another throatful of this. It hurts, but it's fucking beautiful.
Fuck it, I'm taking another drink. It tastes good.
It's another con save. Megrin, meanwhile, he is on the ground. He's not moving.
Yeah. This tastes delicious. I'm
Oh,
going.
sorry,
I
those
want to go
supposed to be
again.
disadvantage, but either of them worked.
Yeah.
26.
You take
This
10
shit's
poison
real good.
damage.
Yes.
But
Love it.
holy fuck, that is amazing. It is the perfect blending of flavors you have experienced. It is transcendent.
How much is left?
One more swig.
I'll save that for later. No, you gotta can't
Yeah.
take it all at once. Gotta save some for later. Yeah, if I only have one
to
swig
be
left,
fair-
I'm gonna.
Alcohol is technically poison, so
Yeah, that's the whole reason dwarves get advantage against it as a joke.
I'm
not
guessing that bottle of wine had gone bad in an interesting way.
You'd
No.
never know without testing it yourself. Like, for
No,
Malgern, it
it's
did not
great.
taste vinegar at all.
Yeah.
It tasted incredibly flavorful. It was like just opening up your mouth and just scooping up an autumn orchard. It was a mingling of heavenly flavors.
meanwhile
We
I've got to
may
go
have
check
another-
and see. I've got to go check and see if the half giant is actually dead.
He's barely
him,
breathing.
He's fine. I really don't know if he's fine or not.
You don't.
Right.
He's not fine.
Rain, I think we have an issue here.
Hold
Okay.
on.
I used my life domain circle, channel divinity.
He's
It gives me
alive.
10 hit points.
His eyes open for a moment. He rolls himself over.
I give him 5. I
Yeah.
don't know what's going to happen next.
Malgern, you feel a tap on your shin. And his hand reaches up. One more go. That was amazing.
I don't know, right? It's good. I got some for later.
I saw gods when I had that.
That's because you were dying.
Don't listen to her. She's just not even a real cleric.
You look like you've had 2, you cunt. I want a second.
I begrudgingly give him one the last sip.
I
I will be fair in my current state.
He's fucking dead again.
And
He's
then I have
unconscious.
my 5 hit points.
Oh,
Yep.
that's what I hoped for.
I bring him back once again.
Oh, Malgern doesn't do that.
Yeah.
Uh,
He's stabilized with a massive smile on his face.
that's what he's always wanted.
And with that, with the crashed out Goliath on the floor, the semi poisoned dwarf sitting beside him, the actress still unconscious in someone's bedroom or just on the floor on the table, and the party thinking about the prospective occupation now. Because they've been given an offer, they could actually refuse. They could easily just say, nah, we'll do it next time. We will end on this session of Rescue at Raxis. Next time, maybe a blight fight. Maybe not. Maybe Megrin will actually kill himself through drink. Because you've got a couple more bottles of that same stuff.
Maybe it could be other stuff.
Well, as the one who put the bottles in the world, I know which ones they are. But yes, we'll be back potentially next week. Not sure yet, but yes, more rescued Raxis, more fun, more weirdness. Also, you know what? You guys have done enough. You've got yourselves your level 8s.
Yay!
Yay!
This means I can now use much nastier things in the books. That's the main reason you guys are leveling up.
Ooh.
Isn't that always the reason?
That is pretty much the reason you guys have leveled, yes. It's so I could use even worse things. There's some
You said that
horrible
last
shit in
time,
these.
Too, or like at level 6, I remember you saying something like, "You guys can level because I want you to fight this."
For example, there's a monster that can turn an object nearby into the same monster at full health. That's an official creature as well, and it is gonna be fun. Because this party is not rife with hit points.
Well,
Speak for yourself.
no.
Also,
I
speaking of,
guess- yeah, we get to see. what
don't
hit
forget
points
don't forget the house rules though, of course. If you roll below half, you take the half, plus your con.
Oh, that's not an actual rule?
No, this is
No,
a
it's
house rule.
not.
Gross. There should
Well,
be an actual rule.
Time to get a bad roll. That's a bad roll.
No, it's pretty good for you.
Oh yeah, it's plus.
You're a D8.
And I was a D6 with +1,
Hey, 62.
Actually,
so 4.
There you go. You got that's as low as you could have gotten, Cornelius. Now, the standard rule is you roll or you take the average, which is one number higher than half the dice value. But this, I don't like to have crippled, because that's the problem we're having with the Goblin one-shot being planned, is one of the characters has 17 HP as a level 3 rogue. That is terrible. So let's see, so Braider, you actually get 9,
9, okay.
and Ring gets 6.
69 hit points.
Nice.
68 hit point.
You finally pulled ahead and you're not even there. You've been absent for this whole level.
Yep. It's okay, I drank poison. I feel like I earned it.
Yep.
And now I gotta figure out which spells I want to add to.
Yep. While other people have to choose ASIs, invocations, and feats.
I'm taking another wizard. So
Yep. Hence the lower HP.
Oh yeah, I also gotta. I can also choose abilities to go improvement of feet.
Where's my
Gotta do that.
PHP? I haven't been in this
It's not
folder.
the best choice, but it's probably one of the better ones.
I can
That
max
leaves
out my intelligence.
That leaves Zarzul to roll his HPs.
I'm
And
trying to
importantly-
work whether I go another level in druid or cleric or
No, go level in
Level
Druid as
rank.
well. Why not? Diversify.
There's no way it could
Can
bite you
I?
in the ass.
So like 6.
Yeah, you can triple class. It's really, really bad to do, but you can do it.
Yeah, it's get rid of
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Are there any penalties?
Yes, the fact that you're
Okay.
going to be so fucking far behind everyone else getting their features.
True.
You'll be
Yeah.
slightly absurd.
So, what level am I now? Is it 8?
I think the PHP actually gives an example of triple classed spell slots. Maybe. It's been a while since I've checked because I never think about multi-classing like that.
I don't like to multi-class, honestly.
Well, it didn't have a reason because, I mean, the last time I got a high level character, it was a fighter. You don't multi-class out a fighter, you multi-class into it.
I don't. Yeah, I see no reason for me to pick up anything else.
I'm apparently an idiot. For some strange reason, I can't edit my wizard level on my characters.
It's in the gear bit.
Oh, yeah, it's in the second one. Okay, never mind. I just found it when I did that.
Yep.
Okay, swapping out invocations.
But yes, now to kill the stream itself. We'll be back next week potentially. And they're level 8 now. They're going to get killed even harder and faster.
Yes.
Also, man,
As a note, I will be around next week. It's vacation.
Ah.
Nice.
So you.
Well, we might be doing stuff on Saturday. I don't know if we're doing stuff or not.
Oh.
Well, we'll see.
Okay, she ruined it.
Yep.